Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it. And the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal. And swinging ball headed down, tied and one! She did it! Hooray! The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Yesterday. Someone hit a home run and then they got angry about the home run, and then they were walking around too much, and then people hit each other with baseballs, and they got angry.
That's mean.
Yeah, it was not great at all. How was your afternoon, evening? Anything special?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Quality pool time. Spent some time watching the old soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They tied.
Yeah. Draw.
What?
It's a draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
They drawed. Yeah, it's a 1-1 draw with the Netherlanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were right about those Dutch.
Yeah. Hate them.
Wow.
Is it time to make some
hate.
changes?
Yes. What a sham of a number one. No, I watched some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I think multiple trips to the pool yesterday. It was just a pool day.
You do more than one trip?
Oh, yeah. It's great when it's outside your back door.
Do a few.
Yeah.
Outside,
Literally like
outside your back door.
evening stroll. And I was like, I'm a little warm. You know what I'm going to do? Jump. Sploosh. Just a little cannonball.
So, did you cannonball?
I did.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. How about you?
Had the parental units. Sister is up here. So we had a dinner last night. And yes, there was pooling.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, you said something right there, and I've always wondered this. Why is it parental units and not parental unit? Like, aren't they one? Aren't they a unit?
You know what? They're not defined by being parents, Jay.
Randy
No,
Johnson
but I mean,
over?
when you call them parents, actually they are.
I don't know. I actually don't have an answer for that. It could be parental unit, but I just feel like that signifies, like, what if I just had one parent? Or what if
then you wouldn't be a unit,
what
would
if
it?
I was a child of divorce? What if I'd lost a parent?
But I'm saying when we say unit and we put parental in front of it, it's like they're combined powers into the parental unit.
Well, my mom and dad were over.
Oh, now I get it.
With my sistoral unit and her husband and the kids, and everyone dove in the pool.
So is he the in-law unit?
Yes. Yes. For the longest time, my pool was the coldest pool in world history, right? I've talked to you about this before, where it didn't matter. It could be like right now, which is prime, right? Yeah. And then we got solar installed, and it just like didn't work. I don't know. It like barely worked. And as soon as last year, as recently as last year, it was still, you get in, you can swim and all, but it was, you're supposed to just jump in and deal with it. But I'm always afraid I'm gonna be the guy that like has the heart attack because of the cold.
Really? So you walk in?
So I do the thing where I'm like, and then you have your special spots you gotta be careful with. Nipples. That's the third day in a row. Nipples is mentioned on the show. We're sponsored. We are. So we got that whole our friends at ACR Solar, as a matter of fact, came out last year, around fall after swimming season, and fixed it. We have a new problem.
It's too hot.
ACR Solar is too good.
Yeah.
Because
you haven't toned it down.
Got in the pool. Well, I got on the phone with our pool guy because he's the one who programmed everything last night. So I have now. We got in the pool last night, or should I say yesterday evening? All of us. It's 93 degrees in my pool.
That was the bath.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Like it was, you get in, I wouldn't say it's spa water.
Yeah.
But you could take a bath in the pool. Like it's too.
Not quite refreshing.
No, it's not terribly uncomfortable. It's just.
You don't have like a pool dial you can turn it down?
Well, that's the thing. You have to go into this stupid box we have that do this, this, and then you have to go to the menu. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, like my pool sweep is cleaning my car. I don't know what to do. He's got it. It's not such an a-hole, right? My pool's too hot. But it is. It's too hot. So, and then dinner last time. My mom can't have salt anymore, right? At all.
Oh, that's terrible.
At all. No.
Like not even Himalayan salt?
No salt.
Just not added, or if it's already
there's going to be sodium and stuff, right? But
but she has to clearly watch sodium, I'd imagine. Like a hawk.
Yeah, it's a kidney thing, right? So so I can't do anything with salt. So we have like 20 Mrs. Dashes because they are salt free. And so I'm trying to make her, my mom gets a special little meal for my mom. And I'm trying to make this was salmon, which I do not like. I like
weird.
I like smoked salmon. I like sushi salmon.
Salmon.
Cooked salmon to me is like it's foul.
Tim Salmon?
He's fine.
You ever trigger your salmon?
I did last night.
Okay.
I have a little trick, not a trick, I should say, but I take the salmon, I put it on tin foil, I season it, and then I cut some thin lemon, put it on top, and I smoke it. It's very good salmon. From at least that's what people that like salmon say. But I had to season it without, you know what I'm saying? Just
a dash of dash.
Yeah, just a dash of dash. Just had to put the herbs on there. And then but she did not complain, which means it was excellent.
Oh, good.
She did say, wait, hold on. She didn't complain.
Is mom normally a complainer?
No. No, I think actually I said, Mom, did you like your salmon? She goes, well, it's not steak, but it was really good.
Jeez.
That's
pretty backhanded.
That's weird. I try to cook steak.
Yeah, right. This was actually, it started as steak. No, my mom is a saint and I love her to death. That being said, my mom will let you know.
No problem being critical.
No problems at all. And I know I don't think she doesn't have any, there's no maliciousness behind it. It's just
filter's gone.
Right. Exactly. Nick crawled it.
Constructive criticism.
No, it's just criticism in general. So, there was that. And then I have one other issue today. So I'm having lunch today downtown with a mutual friend of ours, but I won't say who it was, but
Brian,
a friend of ours with the basketball team, and not a player, not a player, or anybody that anyone else would care about.
He's a lot.
Yeah. I hope you're not buying.
No, you ain't lying. Okay. So, anyways, my wife hits me with this yesterday. So my daughter, who Brad coming in, is the student band leader this year.
What?
Yes. How about that? Isn't that great?
Can we go to a live reaction from Magoo?
You gonna fail.
Wait, is that literally what he told her?
Oh, dude, no, he is such a trash talker. I hope he's coming in with us next week, by the way. So because of a scheduling conflict, I have to take my daughter to this band lesson, which is in Natomas. It's like 5 minutes from where our lunch is. So I'm bringing my child with me to this lunch, and she's going to hang. And then I got to go, and I got to take her right after lunch to this music lesson. It's at like a person's house, like a friend of my wife's or something. And then I got to sit there out front and just wait for an hour while my daughter's in there trumpeting. And I had a crisis of parenting yesterday because go ahead.
Sorry, real quick. Does she carry the trumpet around school?
God, no.
Okay.
No. She's not a nerd. I mean, yeah, no, she has a case. So I had a crisis of parenting yesterday because she was supposed to clean her room yesterday. She did not. And her room is just absolutely it is a disaster area. Roll up there and I go, you know what? Clean your room and you're not going to your voice or you're not going to your trumpet lesson tomorrow. You know, you do not, that is your punishment. And then I had to rethink it. I never do this. I ended up relenting. I gave her an extra chore because I realized after further review, I had punished her because I didn't want to take her to her music lesson. And that's bad parenting, I think. I called a penalty on myself. First down. And now today, I'll be doing, maybe I'll do a Q&A on social media because I'll be sitting in my car in 100-degree weather.
You could go in and listen.
Yeah. I don't want to, I want
so
to
you have this Q&A.
Yeah. I'm going to have this Q&A today. So stay tuned around 1:00 where I will be sitting in the middle of a car. That's what we are. We are Ubers and ATM machines. That's what happens. Russell wants to offer some parenting tips. My favorite thing about Russell is that he has yet to breed. So that is a fantastic thing when it comes to Russell. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Giants swept the A's. Big deal. The USA and the come on. It's like, I beat up a 5th grader, right? Like, okay, big accomplishment.
Still won.
What are their measurements?
The USA ties the Netherlands in the World Cup yesterday.
Tail of the tape.
Yeah, and the Angels have pulled Ohtani from the trade market, or have they? Yeah, I don't know, but they did make a trade yesterday. Though. Are they going for it? We got a big, fat, hairy show for you, and it starts next.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
Here's the new Aaron Rodgers, or is it Mr. Rodgers?
And yeah, I would say maybe earlier in my career I was a little more easily angered, and I feel like I'm a little less triggered as I've gotten older.
Good advice. That's so nice. This music is so perfect. Now we're just gonna be little happy campers, Yeah. We're gonna practice patience.
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Byers Leaf Guard Gutter System and Roofing.
I'm Dirk Bedorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Sunny skies today and temperatures that'll be warm, but not too hot. We're looking at daytime highs ranging in the mid to low 90s with a nice delta breeze to help cool things off by this evening. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Wildfires can easily engulf vulnerable homes. Safeguard yours with the Byers Fire Protection Package. Our one-piece seamless leaf guard gutters, roof shingles, vent covers, and more will help prevent disasters when wildfires hit. Learn more about fire hardening your home at thatsbyers.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and I recognize, just like my friends at American Energy Heat and Air, that your time is important. And that's why shopping for a new air conditioner is now easier with American Energy Heat and Air's online quoting tool. All you have to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote right now. It'll help you determine what system you're going to need to get. It'll provide the best pricing options, all from the comfort of your home without having to have somebody come to your home. You know how annoying that is? They come in and everybody there is so sweet and nice, but how much better is it to be able to get it on demand? Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your needs are, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Let's do it. Leading off the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Langoliers. Jackson throwing. Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it. And the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
Well, you know what? Spoiler alert for Let's Go Streaking, because I never looked, but I was watching the game last night. I picked Luciano.
Heck of a first AB.
Dude, oh my God. First at bat, and he goes oppo, and it just kept carrying and carrying and carrying.
You got the little flutters.
I did.
It was like,
I did. And
yeah.
But I'm going to be honest, it was more for how great would it be if their top prospect got hit an oppo home run in his first at bat.
Great ovation, too.
Really great ovation. He was 0 for 2 yesterday, but it was it's interesting. They've got
a good pick.
It is. It absolutely it won't be the last time. As a matter of fact, by the way, is it possible? I don't think we have a record for this, but I got to think 3 is pretty close to the record of Let's Go Streaking failures. Because today will be my third game after a 7-game. I'm kind of like the Giants did, like go 7 in a row. And then I now have a 3-game streak.
I don't think anyone's gone 3 straight games. So congratulations, Carmichael Dave. Also, conspiracy theory. Did they move Luciano up to show him off, perhaps?
Oh, Shohei him off?
Well, I thought that initially, and then the Angels decided to angel all over the place. That's coming up in.
That's what they
off 3.
say. Yeah, exactly. We'll get there. 8-3, the Giants beat the A's, and I mean, what are you gonna do? It's wins.
Sweep the A's.
Yeah,
they
sweep the A's. They beat them. Honestly, the big story from this is they had to sell the team champ.
Again, yeah, that wasn't like part of a plan, right?
No, just
kind of happened.
It was really in the first one. Just sell the team.
Asked around, Fisher still didn't sell.
Well, not yet, but there's always
Sources say.
Cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Now we play. Liddell's ready.
And swinging ball headed down, tied at 1. She did it, hooray!
Well, boy, are we disappointed. 1-1 draw for the U.S. women. Whatever. Here's what I took from the match yesterday, though. The Netherlands have a player named Danielle Van de Donk. That's one of my new favorite sports names, Van de Donk. That sounds like a way that Craig Kilborn would have described a home run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or if it hit the post.
Or it hit right. Or, like a field goal. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, and a Van de Donk. So that's what I took out of that match.
Okay.
I don't know. It was a good match.
Yeah.
There was a lot of kicking.
Yes, there was. There was pushing too.
Oh, there was some bad blood.
I saw some running.
Yeah.
Has the Netherlands ever? The Netherlands don't strike me as an angry country.
Nether.
Yeah.
Nether have they?
The Nether region.
Nether have they ever?
Nether have they ever? So they're the 2 best teams.
Yeah, they may meet again, but the what is it? Unbeaten streak continues. I'm like, okay.
Is U.S. women's soccer is the rest of the world catching up to it? Is this?
Are they washed?
Are they washed? Are they washed? Had terrible injury issues going into the World Cup. I mean, big time, 3 in particular. But you know what? They're going to come out of this group, and pretty sure they're going to come out on top of the group. And really, in the end, if they're hoisting the whatever they get at the end, I'm assuming it's
Lord Stanley's World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Then no one's going to care they drew with the Netherlands, right? As we say, we all hate the Dutch.
What did they draw?
They have to do a 5-minute Pictionary match after the matches if they draw. So
makes sense.
Hated that game.
Yeah,
I suck at drawing. Everything was a stick figure.
Yes,
just couldn't do it. No,
Willy Wonka. What?
Right? I don't know. Right. Number 3.
Cut number 3.
Really, with him, it hasn't come up. It's all business. We're focused on winning baseball games right now and getting back to where we were a couple weeks ago, and hopefully those rumors go away again.
Well, okay, so Shohei Ohtani is apparently off the market that he was never on.
Okay.
They've pulled him, and then yesterday they sent or they acquired Lucas Giolito with the Sacramento ties, Ronaldo Lopez, a couple of pitchers from the White Sox. It sounds like they're 4 games back of the final wild card spot.
They're aggressive.
They're going to get aggressive. I thought about this too, because one of the notes, I think it was Buster Olney was writing about this, who said Artie Moreno was told that Shohei Ohtani's preference would be to stick out the season with the Angels, and if they traded him, there'd be no chance of re-signing him. And they went on to talk about other stuff, but then that stuck in my head. Why don't we see that more? Why don't we see deals where Ohtani's camp is we'll come back, but we need to get better. And then you trade Ohtani for the year and sacrifice him for the year, but you get a butt ton of prospects.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just re-signs next year with the Angels. We don't see that a lot in basketball either.
Well, there's mechanisms in basketball where you can't trade for the same guy?
I think they're over a certain amount of months.
Oh, yeah.
No, but baseball is not true. I think, didn't Ricky Henderson do that? Go to the Blue Jays or something?
Yeah, then he signed with the
A's
the next season, I believe.
Well, just to be clear, though, I'm saying player on an expiring contract gets traded at the deadline or near the deadline and plays for other team, and then the following year.
No, I believe Ricky got traded at the 93 deadline.
But I'm saying you can do that in the NBA, though, right? You can do that. You can't be traded back, but you could re-sign with the same.
I got to look that up.
Okay.
I think there's some mechanism in place there.
That made me think, is there a mechanism? Because,
but signing, I feel like it's got to be open to everyone.
I think so, too. So why don't we see that more? If
isn't that some weird tampering?
It's almost like you have to do a pinky swear or something. You can't put anything in writing.
Well, of course, but everything's in writing, whether it's text or I feel like that's tampering.
It's almost like you send your player out on loan because maybe this year we had a lot of injuries, everything sucks. You get a bunch of talent and then just come back.
Again, it still feels like tampering.
I definitely think if it happened once and it was on purpose and there'd be penalties and new rules and stuff, but. Hell, if I'm Artie Moreno, that's what I do. I say, hey, listen, I'll give you a $700 million contract to come back. We're going to trade you, though, because you need more help next year.
And we're going to get it all for you and then bring you right back.
Right. And, of course, you're taking a chance because maybe the person doesn't come back. But it just made me think, why is it, like you said, Ricky Henderson, who played 50 years ago? Where is this? Where is this happening? It's not. Anyways, we'll see if he's really for reals off I don't think anybody's ever off the trademark. So they can call up right now and be like, hey, this, that, and that. And maybe they change their minds. Nobody's really off the market. Look, if you present value, people will come. Just ask the folks at Hopland. That happens all the time. Because they do present value. Tons of value. If you are looking for a vehicle, if you are looking to head into the remainder of fall, for example, let's say you're loading up your Ram truck. Maybe you're loading up your Jeep 4xe. Just bought a car from Hoblet 2 months ago. You know what happened the other day? They called to check on me. I thought, oh, God, what's wrong? Is there a recall? No? Just wanted to make sure everything was going well. There's anything at all. It's just a follow-up. Who does that? I've never worked in the car business, but I was roommates with a buddy in the car business when I was in my early 20s. And as soon as you drive off the lot, see you later, pal. Well, that's not how it is at Hoblet. It's never been how it is at Hoblet. That's why they're so great. More savings than they've had all year. $13,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Lemon, Laramie, and Bighorns. You can save up to $5,000 off MSRP plus thousands more with 2.9% financing for just 72 months. Listen, see why Hoblet continues to be California's #1 Ram truck dealer with more customer service awards than anyone else in Northern California. Stop by the Ram Truck Center today or search, select, and save through the whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period. Safer out next, the Angels, the Yankees, and the Giants, all active. We'll break it down next.
The Kings are running it back.
Hammers it off the dribble against Gobert, and he was fouled. Oh, my, what a take that time by Domantas Sabonis. It leads Gobert. That's strong. Two-hand flush off the dribble, thrown down by Trey Lyles.
And welcoming some new faces.
Yes. Toby Jones with 2 more.
Well, they go to Duarte in the corner for 3, and he rains it down.
Keep it locked on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Cole Swindell. The 2023 ACM Song of the Year winner hits Hard Health Park at Cal Expo in Sacramento, Saturday, September 9th for the CITP2 Fest. And Cole's bringing some friends like Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, Matt Stell, and more. Tickets start at $40 at CITPFest.com.
You don't plan for a computer virus. You don't plan to lose files. You don't plan to knock your laptop off the counter. And you don't plan for your PC to crash or your screen to freeze. But Staples has a plan. A plan for unlimited virus protection. A plan for help when you need it 24/7. Staples Total Support Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned, starting as low as $199.99. And although you didn't plan for this, right now at Staples you can also get $250 off select computers. N729 in-store only. See associate for details.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it. And the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal. And swinging ball headed down, tied at 1. She did it, Horan! The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All righty. Debo Samuel looks amazing according to Matt Barrows, and I don't think Debo's been sending Matt shirtless pictures, but we don't know.
I think it's a thing.
We'll get to that next. Don't forget, it is your home of the 2023 versus 24.
23.
But, I mean, will it be when they win the title?
They'll win it in 24, yeah.
So they'll be the 2024 champs. Like the Chiefs are the 2023 champs?
See, I've always wondered about that.
I think it's the other year. I think they're the 2022 champs.
Okay, so you're home of the 2023 Super Bowl champion 49ers, Sactown Sports?
That they won in 24, yes.
Yes, okay.
Totally clear.
Safer out. Question 1.
The Angels have traded for former All-Star starter Lucas Giolito in an effort to make the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Safer out. An Angels playoff appearance would have an impact on Shohei Ohtani staying.
You just say.
Safe, but we're going to review.
Yeah, I had to think because I didn't want to do the whole, I didn't want to do this whole microcosm thing where I'm breaking it down with a fine-tooth comb like I usually do. But and the question is, will it have an effect? I do. I think so. I think if you become attached to your teammates, you become attached to where you are. I think Shohei Ohtani has made it very clear that he wants to be relevant and wants to win and wants a title. And If after his seasons with the Angels, if they were to make the playoffs this year, I think there's a lot of we have unfinished business. We're on the right track. Let's go. I think it would have an effect. So I get it. I understand it. I'm going to say safe.
Yeah, I am too. I think that does make sense where if you look at it, 4 games out of the wild card now, if they were to make that run to the playoffs, the trade would help. You would think that Giolito would be a part of some sort of Angels revival, as would Shohei, and that would be the best time that he's probably had in Southern California there as an Angel. So whatever, even if the playoff run was very, very quick, I think that gives him the best chance to come back. So, yeah.
Angels revival.
Yeah.
Or is it more of just a vival?
Just because there's no re.
Yeah.
Great point. Question 2.
Safe or out?
Hold your horses, Jason Ross. The Yankees plan to activate Aaron Judge on Friday. Save or out. The return of Judge will get the Yankees into the postseason.
Championship.
Let's see. The Yankees are 8 back of the OREOs.
Yeah. It's like wild card.
Yeah,
baby.
wild card. The Yankees are 2.5 back ahead of them. They have. Yeah, I'm going to say out, and I'm sorry, Jason. Here, I'm going to give.
But they're ahead of those Angels that you just praised.
Yeah, they are. Well, I don't know. The Angels are going to make it.
Oh, okay. Well then,
but the Rays and Astros. The Rays and Astros are in, and then I'm going to say out, but honestly, Jays, Red Sox, Yankees flip a coin on that one. Yankees are just 2.5 back, though. So I'm going to say out, but we may have to go to this might be Jim Joyce and Armando Galarraga.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's safe, baby.
No way.
Yes. They had a much better record when Judge was there. The reigning, clear cut.
Controversy.
No controversy, American League MVP. Just wait till he starts pitching. That's what he was doing on his injury rehab. He is going to be the new Shohei. He's going to pitch. He's going to hit. He's going to hit dangers.
Lots of dangers.
No, obviously they're way better. The lineup's more complete with him in it. And not a great team. Hasn't been playing great, but they were playing much better when he was around. So I'm going to say safe.
Well, you know what? True or false? If either the Yankees or Angels make it to the playoffs, with Judge coming back now, that will actually answer the question as to whether or not Shohei Ohtani got screwed last year in the MVP voting. Now we get to see who's more valuable. Which, I mean, isn't a question. It shouldn't be. But now we get to see it. Even though we know Ohtani is more valuable.
Is he? For those non-playoff teams?
8 other guys on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when
a couple other Hall of Famers.
Remember when Judge had that? What's not his fault?
Oh.
It's not Ohtani's fault.
So they need to get marginal guys.
Yes. Hey, look at the other teams. Just when Judge is out there throwing, 7 innings.
Oh, so that's the measuring stick.
I think that Shohei Ohtani is an unfair advantage. I will go down saying
that's not an unfair advantage.
A fair, you know what I mean. Like I will be the guy that when I'm 80 years old in a bar is going to say Shohei Ohtani should have won 5 straight MVPs by unanimously, because I think when you do what he does hitting, he's not as good as he's not the hitter Aaron Judge is, right? He's not. I mean, he is kind
he's
of
not far off.
right. But then you add it, you're mushing 2 all-star players together into one. It shouldn't be, I don't think it should be close. I think it should be unanimous every year for Shohei Ohtani. You have 2 all-star players in one. Jason is looking at me like Charles Grodin looked at Robert De Niro in Midnight Run, and I don't like it. Question 3.
Safe or out?
According to The Athletic's Jim Bowden, the Giants are, quote, in the mix on all the top-level starting pitchers. Safe or out, a top-tier pitcher will be wearing orange and black after the deadline.
Is that Shohei?
I hope so. God. I'll say safe. It'll be someone. It'll be Verlander. It'll be Shohei. It'll be Scherzer. It'll be, I don't know.
What if they got both of them, Scherzlander?
Scherzland, Tani?
If they got all 3 of them, that'd be a lot of trading.
Hey, safe or out. If they only did minor leaguers and bench rotation players, if they somehow were able to get Ohtani, Scherzer, and Verlander, thank you. No, in this fantasy world, right? And you've got to bet on them or the field to win the World Series.
Them?
For real? That's
okay. Here's your rotation. Let's show this right. Okay.
All right.
Here's your rotation.
I gotcha.
In no particular order: Ohtani, Scherzer, Verlander, Webb, who's top 10 in ERA, and Alex Cobb, who's an all-star.
Can I make a counterpoint?
Please.
That's the Mets with Ohtani.
That's exactly
Alex
why.
Cobb doesn't play for the Mets.
Come on,
silly.
the Mets are garbage.
That's exactly why.
But it's the Mets.
But aren't we also?
What's the Giants? What are they?
That's what I'm with Jason on this one.
I would say the Giants have a better culture and organization over the last 40 years than the Mets.
Jay loves the Giants. We now know this.
I don't disagree with the culture part, but isn't that kind of what the Padres and Mets, and to a point the Yankees and a lot of these teams are proving is like it's not. You can't just take all this talent and go.
Yeah.
You have to have the thing.
Yeah, less
and more. Yeah, exactly.
So you think that would tank the Giants then acquiring those three?
No.
They would draft Webb and Yamanik.
Yes, I think they'd be better, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm all for it. Safe.
Okay, safe as well. Yeah, they got to do it. They got to go for some of this top level pitching. Now, being in on all of it, I don't know what that means. I don't know who they'll get, but they should be aggressive.
Isn't there a part of you though that, given how they've had one big trade transaction in the Zaidi era, that was Chris Bryant.
Yeah.
Isn't there a part of you that feels like all the top tier pitching? Yeah, they're in on all of them, and we're gonna read like a week from now how. Yeah, they came second to this team.
Always second.
For Bieber. They came second to this team for Verlander.
I don't like in the mix.
That's what I'm alluding to.
They made a phone call.
Right? Like, come on.
They're monitoring. A lot of monitoring going on.
There's a ton of monitoring.
They always have coffee when they're monitoring Verlander.
Also, I've been going down this weird rabbit hole of
Baseballs,
sorry. No, that was well done.
Thanks.
And then I also feel like that was condescending how I said that was well done right there.
I know.
I didn't mean it that way. I've been going down this weird
didn't mean it.
rabbit hole of Baltimore Orioles farm system prospects.
That's a weird rabbit
hole. I admit it.
I don't think it's weird, actually. They have a pretty good one.
Oh, my God. Dude, the Baltimore Orioles are insane. They're ridiculous. I was watching video on this kid, Jackson Holiday, and when I say kid, he's 19. And he's their top prospect now, and they've got some serious top prospects. This dude's hitting 334 with 8 dingers and 53 RBI and 20 stolen bases and 300 at bats, and is just zipping up the ranks. He's also the nephew of Josh and Matt Holiday as well, former major leaguers. That Adley Rutschman is going to be the face of baseball here soon, or one of them at least, if he's not already. They have, I'm really all in on the Orioles.
This was pointed out to me. I'll see if you noticed it as well. Adley Rutschman weirdly looks like Nate Littlefield.
Oh, God.
Profile view. There's some Littlefielding there.
Is he? Well, I guess he's definitely the second Adley in Major League Baseball. No, not doing it. Adley. Let's see. I'm looking.
You see it, right? A little bit.
I think he looks like a more athletic, better looking All-American.
Oh.
Like Nate could be his black sheep cousin that is from the other side of the hill.
Adley would have dodged the Prius.
Adley won out.
He would have caught the Prius.
Adley would have cartwheeled over the Prius and landed on his feet.
So Nate is Appalachian Adley Rutschman.
Nate is, to your point, I would say Nate Goodyear. Nate Littlefield is West Virginia Adley Rutschman.
Oh.
And by the way, look at this. Look at this guy.
Just dreamy.
That's the future of baseball right there. That is an all-American
No longer you're
kid.
done with Shohei.
Honestly, I'm done. I am orange and black.
Make it an orange and black Friday.
I am changing from the Rays to the Orioles as my new East Coast non-Giants team. Let's go O's. Baltimore. The Wire. Right? I don't know. We'll take a break. I think, what is Baltimore famous for food-wise? Is it pit beef?
No, there's a seafood restaurant. Jimmy's famous
Crab.
seafood is supposed to be really good.
I swear to God, that was pit beef. We'll take a break. When we come back, Shohei Ohtani is off the trade market. Is he? Is this a big blunder? We'll talk about that right after this.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
Twitter's pretty solid.
I just feel like
if you'd leave it alone.
Like, why can't there just be like an app for sports specifically?
What are
All
you
the
gonna call
Discords. takes. How about that?
As for the Takes app, Chris Watkins just got a slap in the face of reality here. How's it going?
It already exists.
What?
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Enjoy the prime grilling season today with a new lifetime warranty Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. My personal Napoleon P500 series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro. Napoleon Prestige grills, versatile grilling for every occasion. Form, function, and luxury can come in the same package. Just go to your local Green Acres Nursery and Supply for the best selection today, or visit Napoleon.com for a dealer near you.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Attention taxpayers, ready for some bad news? With $80 billion in new funding from Congress, the IRS has launched their most aggressive hiring campaign ever to ramp up enforcement. If you're ignoring your taxes, don't delay another minute because your paycheck, your bank account, even your home or business could already be at risk. Now, here's the good news. Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm, can get to work immediately, helping to protect you from the IRS. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their tax attorneys and licensed professionals are experts at resolving tax problems. Let them help determine if you qualify for the Fresh Start Initiative or other powerful IRS tax assistance programs. Take control. Call Optima Tax Relief now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention home services contractors who want to grow their business with more leads while leveraging their marketing costs to receive over 10 times the value in advertising. Subcontractors United is offering 40 home services contractors from architects to landscapers to participate in our advertising co-op. For less than $2,100 per month, you'll share in over $83,000 a month in advertising. That's $1 million a year in advertising for under $2,100 a month. And because there's only 3 subcontractors per category, not 3,000, your lead potential is unlimited. Generate more leads than you ever thought possible. Be one of only 3 subcontractors in a category and receive $1 million a year in advertising by leveraging the power of a united group. That's subcontractorsunited.com or Google Subcontractors United for more information. But hurry, categories are filling up.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know? It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
How long could we go on with that?
I was kind of hoping we would just have done it the entire time until he talked.
Mookie Betts has named his Mount Rushmore of current outfielders.
Oh?
Mike Trout.
That's a good one.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, correct answer, Mook.
Bryce Harper.
Okay.
And himself.
Thoughts on when someone names themselves?
I feel like Mookie
he should do it.
He's really good.
I think all of those guys could say themselves.
Bryce is weirdly enough probably the weakest one on there.
Huh.
No,
seriously, if you were drafting those four,
I think right now I'd probably
I noticed a certain generational player, most valuable player, can do all's not on there.
well, he's also not an outfielder anymore.
Yeah, and
Anymore.
and also
Because he can't field his position.
Also, Luciano just played for the first time last night, so let's give him some time.
He's also an infielder. No big deal.
He's a utility player if he wanted to be.
Do it all.
I want it, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna get to this, but I can't keep this story from you because I'm obsessed with it now. And so the movie Barbie has been a huge success.
Yes.
And Barbie is the intellectual property of Mattel, the game maker.
Yeah.
Well, much like whatchamacallit, the cinematic universe of Marvel and all that, right?
Okay.
They now want to do more movies based on their IP. Movies that are already in active development, including but not limited to, there's 14. I'm not going to go through all of them. Barney, Polly Pocket, Hot Wheels.
That's cool.
I feel like that has
that's
some
cool.
potential.
That has
show
some
now,
legs.
right now. Like, aren't they doing something with that,
Yeah.
like makeovers on cars or something?
Yeah, I think there, but I feel like there could be a cartoon or something, like something cool. Magic 8 Ball.
Huh.
How do you do a movie on? Imagine being the guy assigned with writing a script based around unless it's like two kids find a Magic 8 Ball, but it actually is for real. I don't know.
Sounds like that's a horror movie.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Dark.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Okay, that could be fun.
This is the one I've got. Oh, Masters of the Universe, which has been done 50 times, but I'm fine with that.
Really? I only know the one.
I thought it was done. I thought there were two.
I just know the 87 one.
Here's the one that's got me going, man. Uno. Uno? The card game?
Is
Draw
it like
four.
I was gonna say maybe you're like playing Uno for your life or
right or
competitive Uno?
Yeah.
It's like no, what's the Netflix show?
Squid Game?
Yeah, but it's Uno.
You lose, you die.
Right, Uno. You lose, you die. That's it right
This
there.
time it is for real.
Right.
They didn't say what these are rated.
You have one chance. Uno.
Down to his last card.
I mean,
Carmichael Dave. In a world.
Hey, real question.
Skip a turn.
No! Would you at least flip on and spend a couple minutes if you were on the Ocho and you watched a competitive Uno game?
No.
No?
I'd rather be in it.
By the way, you can't pile up draw twos and draw fours.
Why?
I guess it's the official Uno rules.
People don't play that way.
They don't, but apparently
like draw two and then they smash another one on there.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Or 12.
My kid, worst human being alive to play Uno with.
Because he'll just turn on you. Yeah, apparently if you're playing one-on-one, you can't pile up the draw twos and draw fours.
Tell him that.
Official Uno website. And he cheats.
Maybe that's what the movie's
Oh,
about.
Isaiah's a huge cheater.
Oh, wow.
Who stars in Uno?
Yeah, right?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Trying to think of somebody with one in their name or
Bono.
Buno.
Bono's in Uno.
All right, Shohei Ohtani. I'm here.
They film it in Juneau, Alaska.
Oh God, here we go.
That's a good movie, Juno.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Shout out Michael Cera.
Yeah, babe.
You're thinking.
I really am, and I need to get Shohei Ohtani because that's all that's going on right now.
Kuno Reeves.
Damn it.
Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
That was the worst one ever.
Shohei Ohtani is off the trade market.
Maybe he could play.
Won't be debuting in June. It'll be Un.
No, he Oh, by the way, I said he was Matt Holliday's nephew, Jackson
Isn't he
Holiday.
his dad?
It's his son. No,
I mean your son. Sorry, I'm your father.
Yes.
Hey guys, speaking of Uno, that's what they say. Shohei Ohtani is number one.
Yeah, number one when it comes to the trade market, but that is not happening according to sources. I think Buster Olney, speaking of, was first with it, or no, it was Jeff Passan. I'm sorry. By the way, Jeff Passan, back from a broken back.
What?
He broke his back. Like something landed on him, he broke his back.
Yeah.
And now he's back. So no pun intended. Good for Jeff. Is this a huge mistake for the Angels?
No. I think they're doing the right thing here. In the end, look, they've got the true unicorn. And while he's in their hands, like this is their best chance to keep him, is obviously to hang on to him.
Right.
Now, in theory, yes, they could lose him and he walks for nothing. But I don't think baseball's done quite the same way as basketball is. Like, do you feel that same way? Like, I feel like more times than not, people will trade a star because they know they're going to lose him just to get something back. I feel like baseball, I know we can't do the what if here, but what if the Angels were 4 games clear and in the playoff race? I don't think everybody would be talking about that they're likely going to lose Shohei. I think people just think they're going to lose Shohei because they haven't been very good.
I agree with you on that.
So if you add players, I don't know that he's miserable. It doesn't seem like that's who he is.
No.
I'm sure he's going to entertain every possible offer, and I'm sure the Angels are going to do a very competitive financial offer for him. It is harder to leave a team than to, just I'm leaving no matter what. And then there's still a chance that they can make the playoffs. So I think this is the right play. And maybe all of that being said, maybe they just never, like, we know we've got a once in a lifetime, maybe never again player, and you're offering us prospects. Like, no, this isn't fair value. So we've got the best chip. We're keeping it.
I agree. I'm not.
And they may get burned.
They may get burned, but the fact that they have I would say this, as good or better of a chance as any other team to retain him. And if the report is right, and no reason to think it is not, that his people told Artie Moreno there's no chance we're coming back if you trade us. Well, if he also wants to stick it out, that tells me he has some sort of loyalty to his team. So yeah, as a matter of fact, if I'm them, I'm going way all in. I'm clearing everything out. I am doing everything I can with my farm system and anything else to load this team up this year to show that I am absolutely committed to winning a World Series ring, and that commitment will continue.
Yeah.
If he re-signs, that's your shot. And if you lose him, you lose him.
Yeah. And you like to say that he's an all-star rate basically as a pitcher and an outfielder, or as a hitter. And if we think that way, and you're approaching the Pirates and you say, I want your number 1 pitching prospect and your number 1 hitting prospect at a minimum, are either one of those on their own? Is the hitting prospect going to be as good as Shohei? Is the pitching prospect going to be as good as Shohei as just a pitcher? Likely not.
Almost certainly not.
And that's just the minimum. And if I'm also the Pirates, I'm like, well, I'm pretty high on these guys. Like, I don't know that I want to move those guys. So the deal probably isn't out there.
If I knew that he was going to leave, I would find a deal. If I knew for a fact, they said we are.
And I don't think they know that.
And I think, but you got to think as well, Jason.
Unless they're being stubborn and like, we're going to do it.
Don't you think there's been a conversation with his agent
Somewhere.
where they've said, look, if you're leaving.
Do we have a chance?
Right. Just tell us and we will make a move and we'll try to accommodate you. We want to try to get something back. I got to think that's happened. And I got to think Ohtani's people said no.
Yeah. If they were told the other way around, like he's gone, then you're foolish.
And if I'm trading Shohei Ohtani, we went through this exercise on Monday, I'm starting with your top 5 prospects.
Yeah.
We can start with your top 5 prospects, and then that will bring you to the table.
Yeah.
Talk about prospects, more savings than Hoblet has had all year long going on right now at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. It's to make this the summer event. $13,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Limited Laramie and Bighorns, or you can save up to $5,000 off MSRP plus thousands more with 2.9% financing. What do you guys think? Mahunga is right. It's over 72 months. Just one of many reasons why Hoblet's the number 1 Ram truck dealer in California, number 3 in the nation, and the fact that they have the best selection of those hard-to-find heavy-duty trucks with savings of up to $5,000 off MSRP on those new 2023 Ram 2500 crew cabs. Over 600 new Rams available. Most savings on the truck you want. CY Hoblet continues to be California's #1 Ram truck dealer with more customer service awards than anyone else in Northern California. Stop by the Ram Truck Center today or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period. Matt Barrows will return to our morning lineup this fall, and he wrote yesterday about Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. Niner fans, you're going to like what you hear. Sactown Sports continues next.
The NFL season is right around the corner, and Sactown Sports is your new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf!
Catch every 49ers game this season on Sactown Sports.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
When the world's best players get fitted for new golf clubs, they want to see their ball flight outdoors. And why should you settle for any less? The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is the area's unquestioned leader in delivering a new age of golf club fitting to Northern California. With 14 trained, skilled professionals to show you how to hit the ball farther and straighter, satisfied customers have increased their yardage, improved their games, and gained confidence. Call 916-808-2531 to get started. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Get ready for a night with Cole Swindell. The 2023 ACM Song of the Year winner hits Heart Health Park at Cal Expo in Sacramento, Saturday, September 9th for the CITP2 Fest. And Cole's bringing some friends like Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, Matt Stell, and more. Tickets start at $40 at CITPFest.com.
Staples has big savings on everything you need for back to school or stocking up the office. Save on signs, banners, and posters expertly printed by Staples Print and Marketing Services. Save on the latest tech and tech total support plans to keep your new or existing PC running right. Plus, save on all your back to school essentials from notebooks to markers. And right now at Staples, you can save even more with $10 off your in-store purchase of $50 or more. Get everything for the office and the classroom for less at Staples. N729. In-store only. Exclusions apply.
Hello, Sacramento. Doug Christie here, and I have something to share. Recently, I asked myself to determine the one most indispensable thing I use to do my job, the one I couldn't do without. The winner, forget the phone, which I live on, and the video editor, which makes my life understandable. The winner was the Good Feet 3-step arch support system. Yes, the one I tell you about each week keeps me going comfortably supported, pain relieved, and vital. So it strikes me that if Good Feet is the most important go-to tool to relieve pain or just keep me going, shouldn't you give it a try? I think so. Come to the Good Feet store today for a free, no obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk. Experience the comfort, balance, and support of the Good Feet 3-step arch support system. Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it. And the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal. And swinging ball headed down, tied and one. She did it. Hooray! The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Du hast mich. Du hast.
Our good friend, Pat Still, from the Marconi Award nominated Pat Tomacotti show. Right?
We know you like sports.
Yeah, you like sports. You want some country.
That was a disturbing picture.
He just showed us a picture that he took of the community fridge downstairs in the snack area. It looks like somebody put a either raw or barely cooked Johnsonville brat. I'm going to try to get you to visualize this. A Johnsonville brat on top of a street taco-sized tortilla. So a smaller tortilla. It's only halfway on. And the tortilla and the brat are directly on the shelf of the refrigerator. There's nothing under it. There's no paper towel. It's not in a Tupperware.
It's just open?
And it's opened up. It's not even wrapped.
Yeah, it's not wrapped. Which, by the way, I don't think I would go for a bratwurst burrito, although I'm not saying I wouldn't try it. Right?
I think I would.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not the first choice.
It's not a hot dog bun, but I guess in a pinch. But somebody just put that in there. Oh, he says it's been there since Monday. Actually, I think I just solved the equation. I'm wondering if that might have been the lunch of an employee that I'm thinking of. Are you with me?
I think so.
I think you are.
Hey.
Hey. Yes, that is well done, Jason. You were 100% correct. Oh, and by the way, just so nobody, I'm not talking about Rami, by the way, but that he yesterday announced he's going bye-bye. He first I thought it was because he missed Nick so much, but I guess it's the same. He was very kind and nice to the station, just kind of misses home, and he and his girl are homesick and want to head back to what is it, Milwaukee, right, or something like that. So.
Which is in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. When is I didn't listen to the whole thing. Did he say when his last day was?
Yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Yeah.
That's weird. Why did it just make Friday his last day? No, I mean, I'm just asking. I don't know. And all this goes on above me, but nothing against that. Just Wednesday. So hey, thanks, Rami, and love you a long time. Always had fantastic interactions every time I talk to Rami, so I'm sure he'll do well wherever he goes. And hey, want to do radio? Pretty soon. It's going to be they should just move Whitey Watkins to that shift, and then
8 hours.
Yeah, and you and I go to 2 p.m. Is that what?
I think a 2 hour show.
No.
And they go.
Well, that
10.
would be fine too. But yeah, just we'll go 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. right? Is that how it will work?
That's a lot longer shift. Why wouldn't we have 2 6-hour shows?
You want us to go 8 we go 6 to noon? Yeah. Okay, there you go. We go 6 to noon. They go noon to 6.
Yeah.
While we're talking about this next segment with Matt Barrows, I want you to quietly think about how much more, from a percentage standpoint, money you would need.
I just want you to think about filling 2 more hours of content in the summertime.
I will tell you exactly how it would go. And this is non-negotiable. It would be, we do our show 6 to 10 and then special replay from 10 to noon.
Yeah.
That's 100% how it would go. Anyways.
Some other shows do that in this market.
Yes, they do. I look forward to welcoming in or saying hello again to whoever rolls in there, and props and hello and goodbye, and love you a long time to Rami. He will be missed. Good guy. Matt Barrows wrote yesterday about Deebo Samuel. Why is it every single time, this has been happening to me all week, when I see on our little prep sheet, I see Samuel, I have to stop myself from saying Juan Samuel.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's Deebo Samuel.
When was the last time you thought about Juan Samuel?
I don't even remember, but boy, was he a fine ball player.
Sure.
Deebo Samuel, as we've heard from his shirtless pick brigade to Kyle Shanahan, which, by the way, unconfirmed rumors that they're thinking about using those pictures, because they're apparently sent him 12. That's the rumor. And they're thinking of turning it into a Deebo Samuel, Kyle Shanahan calendar.
Nice.
And donating the funds to charity. Don't know if that's true or not, or a rumor I just made up on the fly, but I would perhaps purchase it, put it up here in the studio. Now, Brandon Ayuk, we talked about this yesterday. It's kind of like is the Keegan Murray a little bit of the Niners. Mm-hmm. Everyone's looking for this leap, man. And so far, all signs point to Deebo looks amazing, is in the best shape of his life. He's hungry, and Brandon Ayuk is ready to make that superstar leap. Jason, are you buying into this, or are we playing training camp bingo?
Maybe training camp bingo a little bit here, partly because it's weird. Would you feel better about Ayuk jumping into a superstar role if he was clearly the number one receiver and there were less weapons, or in the situation he is now, where he's probably not the number one, but could be on a weekly basis, but he's not the defined number one, and they have a ton of weapons? I mean, I just think the old saying, there's only one football. I think there's a lot of people. I think there'll be weeks where, like, wow, Ayuk went crazy today. Yeah. And then the next week he has 3 catches for 36 yards. And not meaning he's bad. No. It's just there's too many options.
And I think that's where we really have to, if you're going to follow the 49ers, we really have to change the way we assess. And we talked about this a bit yesterday. What is success for the individual players? Because this could go down. That's why I'm so insanely bullish on this team. I don't know that I've ever been more bullish on any team I've ever rooted for in my life, which probably means they're going to go 4-13. But this could go down as one of the most loaded teams in NFL history. They have one of the greatest running backs in the NFL right now, who is not just great on the ground, but is perhaps the best two-way running back in the league. Deebo Samuel would be the top target on damn near any team in the NFL. But here's Brandon Ayuk. Then you have George Kittle, who's a top 3, probably at worst, tight end. There's just so much to go around. It's going to be the biggest problem for Brock Purdy, assuming it's Brock Purdy, is just your quick twitch eye reflexes to look and see not only who's open, but also managing these guys in the huddle. Because a lot of times their biggest problem might be you have multiple guys screaming, "I'm open," and you can only throw the ball to one guy.
Right.
And then you got to feed McCaffrey.
Yeah. And I still think, at least the past has shown us under Kyle Shanahan, I think his true DNA, I think he would love to be a running football team. Mm-hmm. Like, if all things were equal and he could dominate a game on the ground, I think he would choose to do that.
And we saw that a lot last year, where they would just go down and destroy that defensive line and demoralize it.
It just takes your spirit and your will away. And if you can just churn out 3, 4, 6, 8 yard runs, just move the ball down the field effectively, mix in the pass. I mean, it's not like he ignores the passing game, but I think just his kind of, everybody has a tendency. I think he would prefer to run the ball if you can dominate the game that way. So I think all that being said, I mean, let's give Purdy even a lofty number and say he averages 280, 300 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's going to be spread around amongst McCaffrey and Debo and Kittle and certainly Ayuk and others.
Speaking of Brock Purdy, Tim Kawakami had an article yesterday I thought was a little bit interesting in talking to Kyle Shanahan about Purdy and his chances of being the number one. And if you haven't read it, I invite you to read it because it really was a wide-ranging article. I'll give you a couple of paragraphs here because I think, we've spent so much time talking about that quarterback room. And unless Shanahan's doing some misdirectioning here, which isn't off the table, I think this answers this pretty well. Kawakami asked him about the chances of Lance and or Darnold moving ahead of Brock Purdy. Shanahan said, Trey and Sam, they have the ability to do that stuff. It's harder for them to do it in practice and to jump a guy we've seen do it in 7 games. That's the harder situation, but that's the situation I'm happy about. Now, maybe Brock has a setback. Maybe he's rusty because of his injury. I don't know. I don't think he'll be. I think he'll get back to that point. And then these other guys can play too. Maybe he does get an injury and Sam or Trey get an opportunity just like Brock did last year. Here's the key paragraph. All of this could happen to each one of them. I know the way that we all would have drawn it up because of how we spent our draft picks. And that's the way it was going to go. But injuries happen. And when injuries happen, you don't really lose your job because of injury, but you give an opportunity to someone else. And this guy who got his opportunity came in and did stuff on film for me, for John, for all our players that was as good as we've seen here, and he's going to be real hard to beat out. If that's not Kyle Shanahan saying Brock Purdy's QB1 and he's starting on game 1, barring some sort of setback, I don't know what is. And the fact that he went into the detail like that, that tells me this isn't a Kyle Shanahan misdirection. Mm-hmm. He's basically saying, yeah, Trey Lance, sorry, we spent a lot of draft capital on you, but who cares? We didn't spend that draft capital so we could get you. We don't care who the quarterback is as long as we get one.
Right.
And we think we got one in Brock Purdy. You heard me earlier this week. Welcome in my old friend and an old friend of the station, Roy, from Roy's Umbrella. And in the coming weeks, you're going to hear him talking about all the things going on in the real estate market. You guys know it's a tumultuous market indeed. But Roy's an old friend of the station. Roy's an old friend of the station. He's on the station for many, many years, took a break, and now he is back. And I could not be happier. Most of you listening know who I'm talking about, are familiar with him. So many of you have probably done loans with the guy before. If not, well, you're welcome, because Roy is one of the most trusted names in the area. Many, many years of service, and is here to help you out. Roy's going to call in each week. He's going to talk to us about the market and what opportunities there are for you. And we're going to have all kinds of different things that we're going to share with you to help you get the edge on that market. If you are, by the way, in the market. In the meantime, Roy'sUmbrella.com is always up for you to do some research, make some inquiries, or you can call him directly. It's his cell number, by the way, 916-997-4434. Think about that. It's a cell number. Carries it around with him everywhere. 916-997-4434. Heck, call him now. 713. Wake him up. Tell him Carmichael Dave sent you. Roy'sUmbrella.com. All right. Well, it'll be very interesting to monitor everything going on with that quarterback situation with Brandon Ayuk, with Deebo Samuel. But my God, I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. I also saw the first little mini clip from Hard Knocks yesterday. And this one looks like it might be a little bit fun too.
Okay, good.
I don't know if it's going to beat Rex Ryan from the last time it was the Jets, but I think this thing might be a little bit fun. 3 for Madness right now.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All righty then. Coming up, Sacramento Kings are a part of, and you would think they would be, ESPN's preseason NBA rankings, or should I say off-season power rankings. We'll tell you where they rank, and then we'll yell about whether they're too high or too low. In the meantime, 3 for Madness, question 1.
Colts owner Jim Irsay said the Zoom call running backs participated in a few days ago was inappropriate. Why is Jim Irsay sticking his nose in this?
Well, first off, Jim Irsay needs to chill. Just relax, Jim. Secondly, it's not inappropriate. Okay. And now you could argue, if he's hinting at collusion or something, nobody's doing anything. They're just bitching at each other and trying to come up with ideas. Here's the bottom line. What Jim Irsay said, though I think was inappropriate, he shouldn't have tweeted it. The NFL owner should speak as one voice. But he said, look, the CBA has been negotiated, long, painstaking process, but we can't just renegotiate it for one position. Here's something I did not know. Did you know that when put on a franchise tag, running backs get less money than any other position player?
I didn't.
Offensive line, defensive line, cornerback, secondary, anything in the secondary, wide receiver, tight end. They're all up in like 18, with the exception of special teams. They're all up in like the 18, 19, $20 million range and above. And I think it's $10 million for running backs. I didn't know that. And what the running backs should be saying to each other sounds like it sounds like a conversation I had with my daughter yesterday. She did something wrong. I had to punish her. And then I said, you should not be upset with me. You know the rules. You need to look in the mirror and take responsibility for what you did. Josh Jacobs and Odell Beckham and all these running backs, they should be on the phone with their union reps. They should be on the phone with the president of the players union and saying, you absolutely screwed us and we're locked into this thing. It's not the owner's fault. Now, you could make an ethical argument that the owners should take care of their players and pay them more, but this is business. Yeah. This is the NFL, which stands for not for long if you're a running back. It's not, I don't blame the owners, weirdly enough. This once again goes to the weakest players union in sports for the biggest sport in the entire United States. That's where the problem was.
Yeah, but I don't understand, like, for the question, why Jim Irsay's even, why are you in this? Why are you even concerned? Well, I guess you could be concerned, but it's not your fight today. Your running backs are there. Just stay out of it. Irsay gets into stuff every once in a while too, for some reason.
By the way, the chat line's letting me know. Did I say Odell Beckham? I'm thinking Saquon Barkley, and I said Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham, noted running back. Maybe because he was a Giant. I don't know. Maybe I saw the Giant helmet in my head. Anyway.
Better for their team, Odell Beckham as a running back for the Giants or Van Morrison receiving for the Rams.
At the end of the week, we should just make the all Carmichael Dave misstated player name team. Number 2.
Question 2.
Aaron Rodgers has reworked his contract with the Jets, taking a $35 million pay cut over the next couple of seasons to give the Jets financial flexibility. Will this come back to bite Rodgers in the butt, given the Jets' poor history of player personnel decisions?
It is a beautiful move by Aaron Rodgers. It really is. It really is, whether he meant to do it or not. It is an incredibly smart move. So he gives back $35 million. That's a lot of money.
A lot of millions.
Even for what he makes, that's a lot. That's not $3.5 million. That's $35 million. That's more than probably 90% of every NFL player in the history of the sport has made in their career. I think that number is probably pretty close. $35 million. What this does is, number one, makes him look like a good guy. Makes him look like a guy who cares about this brand new team of his.
Except for in Green Bay. It's like, you couldn't have done that for us?
I mean,
go get you a receiver.
Maybe this is his shot where it's like, that's what you get for drafting Jordan Love. Yeah. So now he goes to New York, this brand new team, and says, this is how I demonstrate my commitment to you guys. I just gave back more money than almost all of you will make in your careers. That's number one. Good guy, good PR. Number two, well, maybe they go out and use that money and actually get people. which would be a huge move. Or number 3, they don't. And then in a year when Aaron Rodgers wants out, he can go, I gave them $35 million, and they went out and came back with some magic beans.
Yeah.
Not happening. I'm out of here, pal.
Yeah. What did we see earlier? Dalvin Cook is visiting the Jets.
Visiting.
Well, there's some money there to be had if Mr. Rodgers was so nice to give some of that back.
It was very nice.
Very nice of him. What a generous.
Are you guys looking at this? Is this a JJ Watt thing? Is this a thing where you're like, he gave it back, but he's
No, I think it was a smart.
No,
it's one more to me. It's one more extra little salute to the Packers.
Here's how it would have been a JJ Watt thing if a camera crew was following Aaron Rodgers into Woody Johnson's office, and he's sitting down, like a tear in his eye, like, I just want to win, Woody. And money is just an object.
Yeah.
And I've made plenty of it over my career. I need another ring. This franchise needs another ring.
Oh, my God.
And wouldn't there be a giant briefcase and he'd
Yes.
take this and then they'd open it up and there's all the money?
Well, how have we not thought of this?
Hard Knocks.
Episode 3 of Hard Knocks this year. Aaron Rodgers just rolls in with like 7 briefcases. Puts them on Woody Johnson's desk.
Oh, it'd be episode 1.
He's got that new number 8 piece that Sauce Gardner's jeweler had made for him.
Just piles it up like at the World Series of Poker final table. Says, I'm giving this, go out and get us some players. And then just walks out and drops a hit of acid. Like, how great is that? How great is that?
Go to my retreat.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you go sit in the dark room and get us some players?
I'm going to manifest us Deebo Samuel next season with this savings.
Number 3.
Question 3.
According to the great Mark Spears, Ben Simmons is, quote, as healthy as he's been since Philly. Is this the comeback year for Ben Simmons?
Is this mentally healthy?
I think he's
It's
talking
physical.
physically. Let's see what happens. I wonder how many people that listen to this show are dead set against Ben, like are literally rooting against Ben Simmons because they rightfully believe that I'm going to be incredibly obnoxious if he comes back and like has a really good year.
Count me
yeah,
in one.
I don't blame you guys. I truly don't. Because I'm not even going to try to hide it. Like I will be painfully obnoxious about this, but I do hope. I hope so. Look, there's never been a question about Ben Simmons' talent. There's been a question about his jump shot. There's been a question about his outside shot. There's been questions about his
talent.
I agree with Jason on that.
Okay, there's never been a question that Ben Simmons' talent is enough to be a perennial all-star player and an impact player in the NBA. There are questions about aspects of his talent. But if Ben Simmons were to come back this year, first off, I wonder if he were to start out the season, put together a good 2-3 months, if Brooklyn goes, ooh, we have something here. If Brooklyn goes, oh my God, okay, we can trade him now.
Yeah.
But we're coming up now on what I think 1-2 years left on his contract. So it's not really, and it's mid-30s. I'd love to get Mark on actually and talk a little bit more about this, but I think that could end up being a really fun storyline this season.
Yeah, I mean, to me, honestly, the question is for Ben. It's all over the place for him. The mental aspect, where is he there? And he's been through a lot, and I don't question that. And it's serious and all that. You want it all to be right for him, but to me, it's also gone to the physical time. Like, when was the last time he was the dude and the guy that you go, yeah, that's the number 1 pick that's been an all-star, that 6'10" point guard that can guard, get downhill. These are all aspects that make him lethal. We haven't seen that in forever.
No.
Can I say, I think pre-Atlanta series, that was still on everyone's mind. I feel like that Atlanta series just ruined everyone's perception and then everything that's happened since then.
It did. Basically, Ben Simmons is a serial killer who has never made a basket, and he kicks mascots and takes drugs and also did a Ponzi scheme. Like, that's basically how everyone's reacted to Ben Simmons.
While watching playoff games in a nice, cozy blanket.
Because Ben Simmons did not take he didn't take a shot near the basket.
It's just crazy because I feel like James Harden's performance in that series against Boston, games 5 through 7, you could argue was worse than Simmons' performance in Atlanta.
It was worse than Simmons' performance. I'll remind you that the last year that he was relatively healthy, in which he only played 58 games, that was 2021 for Philly, 14.3 points, 7 assists, 7.2 boards on 55.7% shooting. People forget he is a career 56% shooter, which, Granted, 90% of those shots are within 3 feet.
Let's say layuper.
How many games the last 2 years?
42, 0, 58, 57. Played 81 and 79 his first 2 years. Then a little bit downhill from there. But also, Ben Simmons, just in case you were wondering, you probably weren't, just turned 27 years old a week ago. So plenty of time for him. We'll take a break. The post-offseason power rankings are out from ESPN. Where are the Kings ranked? Is it too high, too low? We will yell about it next.
Jimmy G and the Raiders take on the 49ers Sunday, August 13th from Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. And Sactown Sports has all your coverage.
Kyle's offense versus Josh's offense, just different mindset behind it. So I think revamping the mind like that is the first step, and then just relearning the language. Basically like going Spanish to French, something like that.
The voice of the Niners, Greg Papa, has the kickoff at 1 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
Your home for the 49ers.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Enjoy the prime grilling season today with a new lifetime warranty Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. My personal Napoleon P500 series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro. Napoleon Prestige grills, versatile grilling for every occasion. Form, function, and luxury can come in the same package. Just go to your local Green Acres Nursery and Supply for the best selection today, or visit Napoleon.com for a dealer near you.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
Enjoy the best that summertime has to offer with the River Cats Best of Summer 3-pack. Secure your tickets to 3 of the biggest games of the summer, including Marvel's Defenders of the Diamond Night, Logan Webb Bobblehead Giveaway Night, and the 916 T-shirt giveaway game. Plus, you'll receive a limited release new era hat featuring the River Cats Marvelized logo. And each game will conclude with a post-game fireworks show. What are you waiting for? Make your plans to see the boys of summer in action and visit rivercats.com to purchase today.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes triggered by divorce, such as child custody and property division, among many others. But life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can make parts of your existing court order irrelevant or harder to follow. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell. We're a partner men can count on.
500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. CordellCordell.com.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it. And the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal.
And swinging ball headed down, tied and won! She did it, Horan!
The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Well, I guess I'll be the professional and hop on with you.
Golly, jeez. Welcome back, Carmichael Dave, Jay Mars, in for Jason Ross.
And I played one of his favorite songs, too.
I know.
Is it me, or is he just not appreciative of the efforts we make for him?
Kind of done.
Look at this yellow legal pad.
It was just back in 2015. Roger Goodell said that gambling was a bad idea and could hurt the NFL. Well, this just in, that's changed. And now Aristocrat Gaming.
That sounds suspect.
Has unveiled their new slot machines, which will appear on casino floors in time for football season to kick off in September. They are NFL-themed slot machines.
Yes.
Complete with team logos and so much more. Super Bowl jackpot.
Why wouldn't you just call them Wes Welker machines?
Because he's a slot receiver. That's where he was going on that.
Thanks.
He's a slot receiver. They will have customizable skins. Players can choose their favorite team, which will then load relevant imagery, videos of key game moments, and even stadium anthems.
Would the Brown slots ever win?
Right, like some poor old lady is sitting there just losing her house on the Texan slots.
How's that Ram slot looking this year?
They believe the NFL branded slot machines will encourage younger men to give slots a spin. Whereas previously slot machines have traditionally been the domain of older women. On Monday, the league confirmed that Ioma Uzurike of the Denver Broncos has been suspended indefinitely.
Oh, I had one more slot joke.
Betting on the NFL during the 2022 season.
Did that press release mention the penny USFL slots next to him?
Yeah, like the XFL slot that punches you in the face every time you lose. But that's good, though. It's good to see that the NFL and Vegas have teamed up to try to get more people to participate in this addiction.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Calvin Ridley's like, really? Really?
It's just going to end so well. It's just going to end so well, all of this. Right. The Sacramento Kings are a part of the post-offseason power rankings. Now, this is not a ranking of the offseason. This is simply now that the offseason activity is over, maybe with a couple exceptions here. Where do the chips fall according to Espen? Wow. The number one team, the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, the champs.
The champs.
Okay.
All right. Number two. And by the way, the Nuggets re-signed Reggie Jackson, who, by the way, was our DH in the Giants. But they did lose Bruce Brown and Jeff Green in free agency, so we will see. The Milwaukee Bucks pretty much kept everybody together: Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton, etc. Number three, the Boston Celtics, and that's even after the Marcus Smart swap for Kristaps Porzingis to go with Jason Tatum and a very rich Jaylen Brown. Number four, bringing Bradley Beal in, propelled the Phoenix Suns to the number 4 spot. The Miami Heat are at number 5, and that's before any Damian Lillard additions.
Yeah, why would they be 5?
I don't know.
Okay.
They are number
I guess
5.
they were in the finals.
They were in the finals.
Sure.
Number 6, the Sixers. That's what James Harden's still a Sixer, and before anything happens there.
And now Embiid is married.
Yes, congratulations,
Yeah,
Joel Embiid. Took his Joel M. bride, and they're now on a honeymoon. Thank you. Number 7, the Los Angeles Lakers, who retained Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, and added Gabe Vincent, former Stockton King, Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes, and Cam Radish. I pronounced it on purpose that way. Number 8. Well, let's see. Hold on. So far, we have the Suns.
Yeah.
We have the
Nuggets.
Well, I was saying we have the Suns. We have the Lakers. Now let's go with the Warriors.
Okay.
At number 8, they get Chris Paul for Jordan Poole. They re-signed Draymond Green, and yeehaw. So that's the whole Pacific Division, right? Is that the whole Pacific Division? No. Okay.
Clippers.
That's right, the Clippers. Number 9, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 10, the Memphis Grizzlies, which I actually think might, I mean, it's a John Morant thing, but I've told you before, I love that Marcus Smart deal for them. Number 11, the Clippers. Waiting to see what goes on with James Harden, bringing back Russell Westbrook and Mason Plumlee as well. They acquired KJ Martin, and well, they got some. They do have a decision to make, or a couple, because Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are both eligible for extensions this summer. And then number 12, your Sacramento Kings.
There they are.
Title odds. If you put $100 down on the Sacramento Kings to win the NBA title this year, you would receive $5,000 in return. Their free agency built cap space to re-sign Harrison Barnes, extend Domantas Sabonis. They added Chris Duarte. The question here that ESPN asks, is it enough for the Beam team to take the next big step forward? But there's also no harm in running it back with the same team. So my question to you, Jason Ross, any of these teams that you see above the Kings that you would say maybe they should have passed them up?
I mean, I think generally when these are done this way, if I'm looking at just the objectiveness of the rankings, it's which team changed. Like this was a common phrase at the trade deadline. Everybody in the West got better, is what I heard.
Yes.
Literally, that's impossible, right? Not everybody can get better, just standings wise. But because people change, they think that's for the better. It wasn't the case. Kyrie Irving was a significant trade for Dallas.
Yeah.
They went from potentially catching the Kings on that back-to-back home games the Kings played them in to falling out of the playoff, all the way out of 10. So, I mean, they plummeted, but it made sense to bring them back. I think they may be a better team this year. Sometimes it takes some teams some time. The Kings did it all developed in one season and are bringing it back for the most part and added some few things around the edges. So I think the Kings, their moves are less appealing. Now it's going to be, is it better for the better? I think there were some teams that maybe underachieved a bit last year. Kings got a few breaks in staying healthy and playing well and taking advantage of some other things. So I don't think you're going to surprise anybody. I feel like the list is fair. I don't really know that I have. I mean, look, I think the Lakers are always overvalued, but I do think they had a good offseason. It makes sense to put Booker, Durant, Bradley beat like that team sounds really good. The Warriors did beat the Kings. Memphis was already good. They had the better record. The Nuggets are the champs. I don't really have a huge beef with a lot of that. And I'm glad they're still, thought highly enough of. I'm not bashing them. Last year was a fluke. Kings are 28th. That's not what they're doing.
I want to say something, by the way, something you said. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I'm not saying it because you said it. I don't have a problem with why you said it. But you mentioned how the Kings had good luck with injuries that were relatively healthy last year and all that. Is that a partially incorrect narrative? And what I mean by that is their all-NBA center broke his hand like 4 games into the season. Now, he played the whole year.
That's it. That's the difference.
But he wasn't healthy.
Well, but if he wasn't, he still produced an all-NBA season.
Right.
It wasn't like he was a shell of himself.
Not at all. And then
to his credit.
And then De'Aaron Fox breaks his hand.
Well, at the wrong time. But I'm talking a regular season.
Yeah. It's like if Domantas Sabonis had missed the 3 months he was supposed to miss or whatever it was to get the surgery and do the thing, then they wouldn't.
They wouldn't have been the 3 seed.
Right. It's like caught in between. It's like they did have good injury luck, but they also had more bad injury luck than I think people let on to. It's just he played through it.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder what all of them being healthy will do.
Yeah. It also then says, like, if you flip it on a look, the Lakers were healthier at the end. Here they are getting to the conference finals. The Warriors were healthier come playoff time. Wiggins was back. Curry, who had missed some time. Draymond, they were back. That was a better version of themselves. So the Kings had their better version of themselves for the bulk of the regular season. The timing of Fox's playoff injury was not good.
When we come back, Kyle Shanahan, according to an article in the Chronicle, says, had the Niners advanced to the Super Bowl, remember, Brock Purdy was hurt. Everybody was hurt. Jimmy Garoppolo was hurt. Josh Johnson got hurt. Everyone was hurt. But what would have happened had the defense won that game for the Niners? What the heck would they have done in the Super Bowl? We'll tell you who would have started. And left, you've already heard this story. It's not who you think. Hint, wasn't a 49er. We'll tell you what next.
It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa. Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. Golf to Go. Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends at ACR Solar and Home Services. Go to acrsolar.com right now to find out the very latest of what they can do for you, what they can help you out with. And that's why they want you to kind of go there as their one-stop shop to help for roofing, which is what they helped us with. Maybe it's solar for your home, for your pool, whatever other things that might need done at your home. They really can help you out in a lot of different areas. And I didn't know about the roofing department until we were told about it. And I'm glad we were, because we met with them and they were fantastic. We got a roof a year ago. It still obviously looks great. It's going to last us forever. But we needed it. We were in a position of need. That's a tough spot to be in, where you can't make it through another winter without a home improvement, and ACR Home Services was there for us. And so we went through the process, met Joe, the roofing expert, John, the owner, and we just knew it was the right company for us. And then the way they worked, their detail, the attention to detail as far as the deliverables, telling us once we got on the schedule, how much they were going to do today, what time the guys would arrive. It just was amazing. And then to watch the process of them work and the end result, beautiful roof, peace of mind for us, home improvement. Look, we improved the value of our home. Certainly that curb appeal, all those things, but it's that peace of mind that every homeowner wants, where you don't have to worry about anything, any future leaks, with the heat, just nothing. We're in good shape with a roof thanks to ACR Solar and Home Services. So check them out at acrsolar.com.
Get ready for a night with Cole Swindell. The 2023 ACM Song of the Year winner hits Heart Health Park at Cal Expo in Sacramento, Saturday, September 9th for the CITP2 Fest. And Cole's bringing some friends like Chris Chanson, Dylan Scott, Matt Stell, and more. Tickets start at $40 at CITPFest.com.
At Elk Grove Honda, we see every Honda buyer as a member of the family, so we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we would buy from ourselves. At Elk Grove Honda, we include many benefits that a private seller just can't match. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection, and our certified pre-owned Hondas are under 5 years old. So you're getting the newest Hondas in prime condition. See our exceptional selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here with Roy from Roy's Umbrella. What's going on today?
Thanks, Dave. And here's the latest market update and suggestion for homeowners who have credit card or installment debts they would like to consolidate. And considering the feds have not been predictable to this point, and TV shows are offering multiple opinions about the market either recovering or nearing a recession, I sincerely recommend you consolidate all of your credit cards and debts and hedge against home values dropping due to the increase in foreclosures. And while I absolutely understand nobody wants to refinance out of a low-rate mortgage, carrying a debt load above $25,000 is not the safest use of your equity. And it's getting more and more difficult to qualify for a cash-out refinance due to the updated Fannie Mae underwriting guidelines. So whether you use myself or a different lender, I am only here to help. And it's great to be back on Sactown Sports, helping folks like you, as I have done for so many years.
For more info, go to roysumbrella.com.
For nearly 20 years since Barley Cavanaugh Golf Course opened near the banks of the Sacramento River, it's been Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf course architects designed the course to be an easy walk, but motorized carts are available as well. You and your friends of all abilities will find Barley Cavanaugh featuring a brand new tap room is a great place to play golf. After your round, relax on the outdoor veranda overlooking the course with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit bartleycavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
So Jalen Hurts got a case of the whoopsies. He was sacked by Nick Bosa, fumbled, and was ran back for a touchdown. And then a few series later, threw a pick. Talanoa Hufanga, pick 6. Couple of Robbie Gould field goals. And the Niners defense was able to stifle the Philadelphia Eagle offense the rest of the way.
Oh, I turned that game off.
Yeah. In an alternate reality, and for the purposes of this conversation, that's what happened. The Niners advanced to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that? And had no healthy quarterback.
What about Brock Purdy?
He'd hurt himself.
James Garoppolo?
James Garoppolo not ready.
Well, certainly Josh Johnson was ready to step into the limelight.
Big-time concussion. In fact, Christian McCaffrey actually finished the game off in this fantasy because it's more fun.
Steve Young? Joe Montana?
Steve Young coaching his daughter's team. Joe Montana.
He's in Skechers.
Yeah.
Druckenmiller?
Jim Druckenmiller is now a professor at Oxford University.
He's done
with football.
Is definitely an alternate reality.
100%. Tim Rattay not available either.
Dorsey?
Dorsey, because he went to Miami. Terrible.
I heard they had contacted Cody Pickett, but the whole they're like, not in the Super Bowl.
Your guy, JT O'Sullivan?
JT O'Sullivan's too busy breaking down plays online as his new career. Didn't have to take hits. And Elvis Gerback just said no. He said no.
Jeff Garcia?
He left the building. Jeff Garcia?
Okay, Jeff Garcia would have definitely wanted to.
Garcia was like, I'm available.
Yeah. So, Kyle Shanahan now has a problem. You're playing the Chiefs.
Sound off on it, Kyle.
It's a rematch even. And had Shanahan had his way, and I imagine he would have, the Super Bowl would have opened, would have been a great national anthem, the planes would have flown, the fireworks would have gone off, all that stuff. And the Niners would have received the opening kick, touchback, and under center, 1st and 10 at the 20. Jack's brother, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, according to Kyle Shanahan, would have been his pick to start for the 49ers in the Super Bowl had all of that happened and had they had to go out and get a quarterback. First off, that would have been an amazing story going in. Like Matt Ryan plucked off his couch. Come on down, Matt. Here's your opportunity. And they're familiar with each other. They both combined to blow a massive lead in record-breaking fashion for the Atlanta Falcons, Kyle Shanahan and Matt Ryan. So here's an opportunity, and this is really where the Disney story comes into play. Here's an opportunity for them to get redemption together. What are you looking at me for? What'd I do? Why do I feel like I'm going down the wrong way here?
You are.
You are.
Why?
Because not Matt Ryan.
Oh, my God.
I was like, are we still in the alternate
That's
universe?
where I was like, wait, are you leading somewhere else? I don't think you are.
I did this whole lead up. I created a whole fantasy world. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can save it. Hold on. But
Matt Ryan
Shanahan
died.
went on. God dang.
It's fantasy, right?
No, yeah, but that's hardcore.
Sorry.
Matt Ryan got run over by a bus.
Thank you.
And it was okay.
And it was okay, but his ankle was broken.
Okay.
So then Kyle Shanahan went to his next option, Phillip Rivers.
There we go. Yeah.
Both former Colts quarterbacks.
Also,
I guess that's where the confusion
kind of
is.
The same guy.
No.
Just less kids.
Phillip wasn't available. He was having another one. He's at number 10.
Real. And Phil Rivers' entire family took over an offensive line.
They didn't have enough tickets
all
available.
10 of them. So let's just recap now. Odell Beckham Jr. is a running back, according to me. Matt Ryan, and which, by the way, for all we know, that's who Kyle Shanahan meant, and I was correct.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Golly, I got to eat those Nutrient
Van
bars
Jefferson.
earlier. I did a whole
It's actually Van Morrison.
That's the 3. Van Morrison. Oh, my God.
I feel like there was another one yesterday.
Hold on. Am I turning into that old person? Am I turning into that person that you see on Twitter, like when they put radio guys up that always screw names up? Is that what's happening?
You've been screwing names up since I worked with you.
That's true.
It's just you're like now creating like false realities. Yeah.
And we're not posting them.
It's gone from Derek Carr, which is a pretty normal one, to Van Jefferson, Van Morrison, and not knowing the difference between Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers.
The all-time home run king, Pete Rose.
Again, that's
like there's a whole career of this. How am I employed? Golly.
Greatest hits.
Great. Really, we should do that.
This one is top 3.
Pretty good. Just
because of the story.
Well, you set it up, and I'm like, alternate word, like, where are we going?
Yeah, and that, well, it was Jay. Jay gave it away because Jay gave me the look that I come to recognize now where it's like, dude, what? And then I go, oh, wait. Then that's the alarm bell with me where I go, oh, God. Am I? Wait.
But I also didn't want to step on your story. I'm listening to you say Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I'm like, he's going to flip this to Phillip Rivers. Then as you're going down, like, oh, no, he's just not even thinking of the right quarterback.
It's the proper move. You should never step on it because one of two things are going to happen. Either A, I am going to flip it. I've done that before, and it was a planned thing, and you don't want to step on it. Or B, just let me hang myself because it's more fun.
And at that point, I was like, okay, no, he's really at this point.
You were like the ref that came in and waved off the story, like for the 8 count. Anyways. So it would have been Phillip Rivers, which also would have been a great story. Though I think they would have been pretty massive underdogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roethlisberger, not him. Wasn't he mentioned earlier? Like earlier in the season, remember when? Yeah. I think it was first when Jimmy G got hurt.
But apparently Roethlisberger just, like, he considered it, he said. I remember that, and then ultimately decided not to. I don't know. Who's better in that situation, Rivers or Roethlisberger? Roethlisberger has Super Bowl experience and winning one.
I mean, Rivers has a cannon, though, too. Still does.
And that's the best way to unretire, win a Super Bowl, then go away.
Then just go away. Yeah. He has he's only allowed to show up day of Super Bowl because he has to babysit the rest of the time.
Okay. This alternate thing happens.
Yeah.
Niners stun the Chiefs.
Yes.
Rivers goes in the Hall of Fame. Is he going as a Niner?
Yeah.
One game, it's all measured on Super Bowls. He's never been there. He wins one.
It's one of the most unique stories in NFL history. I'll tell you that.
Honestly, it might be. I mean, you got Kurt Warner bagging groceries, and then you got Phil Rivers changing diapers. And next thing you know, he's wearing a ring. Here's another thing. They in your world, in your fantasy world, Jason, that's accurate. They win the ring. He wins a ring. Are we having a controversy in the offseason now? Like Phil Rivers?
I don't think so.
You think it's automatic retirement?
Yeah.
You don't think he's like, I want to run it back. If we could win the Super Bowl in one game, what could I do over 17 with this team, with an actual training camp? I've got more left in the tank.
I think then it's Matt Ryan's time.
Then you bring in Matt Ryan?
Yes.
You know, I like the whole thing too. Like they could have, like I did the whole, like they could have made up for Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I was like, okay. All right.
Okay.
We're going somewhere.
By the way, Phillip Rivers is only 41.
Only. Yeah.
I mean, Tom Brady's like, is almost 50. Drew Brees played until his early 40s. Aaron Rodgers is right there.
Yeah.
Nothing saying nothing or whatever, but it wasn't Phil Rivers also like coaching a high school team or something?
I think so.
Yeah,
or his son, or his kids,
right? Whatever. He's made enough money. Anyways, that's who your guy would have been.
That would have really been interesting.
Also,
had they been put in that spot.
Not for nothing, Phillip Rivers in his final season in 2020 with the Colts passed for 4,169 yards, 68% completion percentage, 24 touchdowns, 11 picks.
Okay, with the Colts,
that's a pretty damn good season, dude. That is a pretty damn good season. Phil Rivers, first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Right. 8-time Pro Bowl selection. And they have 7. Oh, God. They have 9 kids.
No, 10 now. They just had a 10th.
The couple is expecting a third. You are absolutely right. Wait, hold on. It says they're expecting a third son in October. They already had him?
I thought they just had their 10th.
It says expecting. Well, I mean, I'm going off Wikipedia, but expecting a third son in October 2020.
Yeah,
maybe a couple months premature. That happens. 10. Of which 7 are daughters. Haley, Caroline, Grace, Sarah, Rebecca, Claire, Anna, Gunnar, and Peter. Gunnar Rivers is 100% playing in the NFL.
No. XFL.
Peter Rivers is playing in the NFL.
Claire Rivers. What is Claire going to do? We'll talk about that.
Actress.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I'm going to go on a limb. Claire Rivers also playing in the NFL. Why not?
Part of the CBS sitcom, the first female NFL quarterback.
God, 10 kids, dude. Who in their right mind, man? We'll take a break.
The Rivers can literally field an offense.
Yes.
11 players.
They can field 2 starting lineups in the NBA. They can field a baseball team and a mascot. 10
That's
kids. Thank God he made a lot of money. When we come back, the Kings posted on social media the top dunks of the year. They are now down to 4. We got audio for you. We'll have fun. We'll pick them next.
The Kings are running it back.
He's got the bucket at the buzzer. Harrison Barnes. Alex Lynn just went above the iron with a 2-hand throwdown. And that was as nasty as we've seen him in a Kings uniform.
And welcoming some new faces.
Oh, and here comes Vezenkov. He gets the big finish.
Fisher rejected by Mr. Vezenkov.
Keep it locked on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
More savings than we've had all year, with up to $13,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Limited, Laramie, and Bighorns. Or you can save up to $5,000 off MSRP, plus get thousands more with 2.9% financing for 72 months.
Just one of the many reasons Hoblet is the #1 Ram truck dealer in California and #3 in the nation.
That and the fact we have the best selection of those hard-to-find heavy-duty trucks, with savings up to $5,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 2500 Crew Cabs. If you need a new truck, you won't find a better selection, with over 600 available and the most savings on the truck you want.
See why Hoblet continues to be California's #1 Ram truck dealer with more customer service awards than anyone else in Northern California. Stop by the Ram Truck Center today or search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
13,000 total net savings after 8,000 factory rebates and 5,000 dealer discounts. Rebates is based on 10% of MSRP. Must be California resident qualified. 2.9% special APR in lieu of factory rebate on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 1516 per thousand borrow. Sample VIN 631836. 5,000 total net savings on 2023 Ram 2500 Longhorns after 5,000 dealer discount. 5 or more each net savings. See dealer for details.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-785-1155. That's 800-785-1155. 800-785-1155.
So I'm a public school teacher and I'm on my feet all day long. That would be on concrete. The pain would shoot up my heels and just increased from the bottom of my feet up. Then my back started hurting. So my husband and I were driving and I went, oh, look, there's a Good Feet store. I'm greeted by this gal named Mercy. That was a perfect name for her. And the cool thing about the Good Feet store is that you're able to try before you buy. I had free fittings. She was able to fit me with special arch supports. And so I walked around in the store. Within 30 minutes, I started sobbing because I had no pain. Well, if your feet are hurting, do something about it. You don't have to grin and bear it. You need to go to the Good Feet store and get some arch supports. I'm Deidre, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how they work for you with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it, and the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal. And swinging ball headed down, tied at 1. She did it, Horan! The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
By the way, Phillip Rivers, just under 60,000 passing yards, 400 touchdowns, threw over 4,000 yards 11 times, 8 400-yard plus games.
But he ain't got a ring!
Most consecutive starts by a quarterback, 224.
They would have had, I mean, we did the whole alternate universe thing, but they would have had to bring in Phillip Rivers and someone else.
Yeah,
that's true.
Maybe Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah.
What if he's played a half?
Maybe it was Matt Ryan.
Yeah, the Colts had released Matt Ryan by then. He's free agent.
8 times.
Hey, wait, but funny enough, sorry to go all conspiracy. Isn't that funny that Rivers was on Shanahan's mind even though Matt Ryan was available? And that was his guy in Atlanta?
And there was some rumor about Ryan this offseason.
Yeah.
Before they got Sam Arnold.
In addition to that, 8-time Pro Bowler. My guy Beeman on the chat is saying he's in the Hall of Very Good. Probably not in the Hall. Phillip Rivers is a first ballot Hall of Famer. First ballot. Disagree?
No.
Yeah. No? Okay. Wouldn't the play also have been Tom Brady?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They should have already had Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers.
We don't talk enough about the Phillip Rivers Eli Manning swap. How would that have turned out if Eli was a Charger and Rivers ended up with the Giants?
Well, and then you had the whole Drew Brees Chargers thing before that. It's just so, anyways, none of them could dunk a basketball, though. Well, who knows, maybe. But the Sacramento Kings could. The Sacramento Kings social media team doing the top dunks of the year. They are now down to 4, and we have the audio for them. Let's all listen in. This is, and thank you, Jay, for pointing this out during the break. He made sure that I knew this was Harrison and not Matt Barnes. Since I'm struggling today, here's Harrison Barnes putting Aaron Nesmith on a poster.
Harrison Barnes to Sabonis. Sabonis now stops, gives to Harrison. Harrison wiggles toward the left, hesitates, drives inside, goes for the hammer, and he rips it again, and he's fouled. Oh, what a job off the dribble. That's the second time in this first half that Harrison Barnes has made a statement off the bounce with a rip.
That's a tougher one. That's on the road.
That was on the road. So, yeah.
Okay.
And we invite you all to play along here, not just listen.
They're doing votes on the Twitter. I know Jay calls it X.
Malik Monk. Here's a big-time drive and dunk.
There's Monk now with a drive into the lane. Going for the hammer, and he does throw it down with the right hand. Malik Monk had been denied earlier today, and this time there was no messing around whatsoever. That was a straight line drive to the basket, and it was hammered home. 1 point, Detroit lead, 100-99.
Okay.
Monk had some good dunks this year. He's a really athletic. He's a flyer.
Monk had some
Monk dunks.
Really, really good dunks. Right now, by the way, the Kings have pitted the Monk dunk or the Harrison Barnes dunk you just heard against this De'Aaron Fox dunk against Atlanta.
Still enough time, Jay. They got to get there. De'Aaron Fox to the back.
Oh, Fox! No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He caught a body, went right through the teeth of the defense, and jammed it in the face of Okongwu. Oh, mercy.
2-0 Kings.
There are a couple of reasons why that is my early favorite. Dare I say call as good or better than the dunk?
I'd say call was better.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Finally, we have the Fox dunk and the harm right here.
Kings go inside. Fox powers down a two-hand flush from the left baseline, and he was fouled. And my goodness, that one came out of nowhere. And Fox just viciously attacking the iron, and he'll get an and one. He posterized Kelly Olynyk. Oh, my goodness.
I remember that one very well. That was I love element of surprise dunks. Like I remember Fox just kind of drove baseline and then he just went for it. And it just didn't seem like that was what was going to happen. So I think when there's like a wow factor.
Yeah. When he put on the Jets.
Yeah. Turn on the Jets.
I'll tell you right now, to the surprise of probably nobody, your finals is almost certainly going to be De'Aaron Fox versus De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. Fox is a good dunker.
He is a good dunker. And now we've got the dunk we just heard versus the dunk against Atlanta. Jason, I think it's going to be your dunk, as I'm calling it. That's going to win the
I didn't know.
Well,
yeah.
Well,
we'll see.
We will see.
Yeah.
There are some great moments this year, and we're gonna play those here in a few. But it was
what makes a good dunk for you as a fan?
I think honestly, the best dunks for me are dunks kind of like you said, out of nowhere, just power rips, preferably in someone's face that either stop a run by the other team or better off. Like my favorite ones, middle of the fourth quarter, Kings have been on a run, and that's the dunk that calls the timeout.
Yeah.
That's the one that sends the other team to the bench, and the Kings are well on their way to winning that game.
Yeah, I think it's something that punctuates a play, like finishes a highlight, or certainly in traffic on somebody. Now, there's still a little bit of charm, though. Let's create a scenario where Kings get a steal and then throw it ahead to someone that there's the lead up that there's a show coming at the end of this, and they're by themselves.
Yes.
And you're like, that's still a kind of a fun moment, but you're like, well, that's an easy 2 points, but it's still cool to see.
Especially because you have the anticipation and everyone's watching.
And then sometimes the guy's just like, no, lazy.
Yeah,
like,
which
really?
is hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, Davion. But then the if you're talking just like type of dunk, I think my favorite ones, put back jams.
Yeah.
Put back jams. Somebody else misses, and then all of a sudden
crashing in.
Yeah, Fox versus Miami is rookie
Great
year
dunk.
on the road. That is to me like, oh my God, where did this man come from? No regard for human life.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did. In your face.
Right.
Those are to me the best ones. Alley-oop's probably second.
Yeah, and I think too, there's something that and I say smaller player. I mean, Fox is still like what, 6'3", 6'4". It's not like he's a little guy. But when DeMarcus would dunk, he had some really good, vicious, angry dunks.
Yeah, but
you're like,
same.
you're 6'10", and it shouldn't penalize him. But if Malik Monk's flying through the air, Fox is doing it compared to Sabonis, Davion compared, Terrence Davis could get up. Those guys, if they're doing that compared to Trey Lyles or Alex Len, you're like, yeah, they're just bigger. It just looks better to me.
Right.
Right or wrong.
Right or wrong. And De'Aaron Fox loves being around the rim. The numbers that people have been digging into this week are his finishing percentages based on rim field goal percentage. De'Aaron Fox is tied with Steph Curry at 76% amongst guards, or at least was as of February last year. He ended up being, I think, third in the entire league, including big men, in rim percentage. As far
That's
as
great.
finishing around the rim. That's where he lives. It's fantastic. And the fact that Monty has added even more shooting to go with Monk, to go with Herter, to go with Keegan. Now you add Vezenkov, a healthy Sabonis. Again, I think they're a defensive guy away, but
yeah,
I'll tell you right now, barring injuries, number 11's too low.
Yeah.
Where ESPN had him was it 11 or
12. Yeah.
Sorry, 12. Yeah.
Well, and then you even go to look, it's California Classic, but I thought Keegan's dunk there was great. Like a little bit of an element of surprise. He's just going after people. You're like, all right, we didn't see that before. So, yeah, dunks are fun.
One more note here before we go to break. I thought this was interesting. Jason, are you a Captain Crunch guy?
Of course. Well, berries, though.
Big Captain Crunch news today.
Okay.
And this ties into UniWatch.
Cap'n
Crunch. Big Cap'n Crunch news today.
UniWatch? I'm nervous for this.
They're changing his uniform.
Oh, his. Okay.
Now, normally you go,
is this
hold
the
on.
alternate?
No, this is going to be
city
the real
edition?
one. Now, no, this is the home, the way, the city, and the statement. Because in the past, on Captain Crunch's sleeve, he has had 3 bars. Okay. The problem is 3 bars is the rank of a commander. And there's been controversy about this for years.
I've thought that.
Because as a matter of fact, there's actually cereal boxes from the past that have him wearing 1 bar, which is an ensign, 2 bars, a lieutenant, and then almost always 3 bars, which is a commander.
So we've been eating Commander Crunch all these years?
All these years it's been Commander Crunch. Now, what they should do, this is where, again, we need to have a side business. Because if I'm a General Mills or whoever, or Quaker Oats, this is the whole ad campaign. After 75 years, we found out it's all been a lie. And it's been Commander Crunch.
He's the captain now?
You can be a part of his promotion. As this year, we promote him to Captain Crunch. And
Captain's above commander?
Captain is above commander.
Okay.
And in about 5-10 years, it's going to be Admiral Crunch. It's the only place left to go, I believe. But he's been wearing the 3 rings, the 3 bars.
It's circus.
Not for nothing. Commander Crunch is actually a pretty cool sounding name for a cereal.
Yeah.
But it's Captain Crunch now.
Have you ever had Oops All Berries?
I've seen Oops All Berries. I've not had it.
What a delight.
But I think I was in Mexico and I think it was like Oops All Marshmallows, and it was just Lucky Charm. And that sounds a little hardcore to me.
Anybody a fan of Peanut Butter Crunch?
Yeah,
that's fine.
Absolutely.
Still rips up the roof of your mouth. All of those.
Every single time. But I'm not going to lie. We have in our household, we have cereals and we have dessert cereals. And so Peanut Butter Crunch, Reese's, Crave, the chocolate-filled ones.
Do you eat them for dessert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Not always. But
You ever had a Captain Crunch milkshake?
No.
No.
Pretty good.
Where's that?
Also sounds weird.
But good.
Yeah.
Commander Crunch.
Yeah. I've had a Commander Crunch milkshake. Here, by the way, trivia question. Nobody on Earth has ever had Captain Crunch. They've had Commander, Ensign, or Lieutenant Crunch. Lieutenant Crunch, trash.
Yeah. Ensign
Crunch. Also, not for nothing. That's a good opportunity for 3 more cereals.
Yeah.
Why not put
I
out?
thought I picked Ensign Crunch one week in streaking. Play for the Pirates.
Ensign Crunch.
That's a good baseball name.
ENSON Crunch. There's Cocoa Crisp and Ensign Crunch. Jumbo lenders have already created a declining markets list. Almost every county in Northern California is on it. Now, if a county goes on that list, it means the loan to value available to you guys is reduced. So if you're a homeowner right now, you may be, after watching your home values go up year after year after year, nice, they might be going down. Jumbo lenders always move their guides first, as they are far more conservative in their lending than your conventional. And Fannie Mae has already made one guideline change, extending the required seasoning from 6 to 12 months on cash-out loans. There's going to be more changes in the future that limit your ability to borrow against the equity you have. The time is now. The first quarter of this year, there were a total of almost 7,000 foreclosures in the state. That's up 3% from the previous quarter, up 30% from a year ago. More foreclosures in California than any state in the country. Let Roy help you out at Roy's Umbrella. Go to roysumbrella.com. That's roysumbrella.com. The phone number, 916-997-4434. That's 916-997-4434. Hey, tell Roy your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. So, listen, it's not just
Sunny.
Alton.
That's it, right? You guys are kings of the listings. I can't. Who else is a liston? Listerine?
They're a Liston iced tea.
I got you. Yeah, dude. The dunks are great and all, but but in the end, it's just 2 points, guys.
We need wins. I want winners.
Well, winners. And when we talk about the Sacramento Kings season, we haven't really even done this yet, and I just don't know why. It's always good to kind of go back and look at favorite moments from the season. And I don't know if there's any that necessarily stand out to y'all. I know I have mine.
Okay.
Oh, you son of a gun. I'm here. Here I am manually doing it, bringing up the audio. I'm going to vamp by saying the following. You know, the great thing about Kings moments is?
What's that?
You can listen to them time and time again.
You're timeless.
Time and time again, you can listen to them, Jason, and they kind of take you back. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was a great year to go back and listen and reflect on all the great moments.
100%. Now, for example, we have some great moments, and they're all different.
Okay.
Now, here's the question: Do you? I know Jay does. Did you know what my moment was, and did you know what Jay's moment was?
I don't.
Okay, so you picked yours independently. I didn't know what yours and Jay's.
I never gave Jay one.
So,
I bet it's in here.
Oh, and then Jay, did you change any of your favorite moments based on what I picked?
No.
So your favorite moment is a separate moment from my favorite moment?
Correct.
Wow. Because I was kind of half afraid we'd all pick the best. I have a feeling I know what you're. I'm going to predict that you and I have the same favorite.
Okay,
moment, but we'll see. We'll start with the Fox go-ahead 3 versus the Chicago Bulls.
114. Kings out of timeouts. They use their last one for the challenge. Fox advances the dribble across the logo. 5 seconds to go. It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple. 0.7 of a second remaining. The three-point shot will be reviewed. It's not over yet, but fourth quarter Fox has come through one more time.
For the record, that was my favorite moment of the season. Not just because of the shot, is because of what De'Aaron said after hitting the shot.
He's nice.
Yeah, he is nice. I think
some more descriptors.
I'm nice. I think he said, "I'm nice, Commander Crunch."
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. That was the "I'm nice."
He turned into Bielitsa.
Let's go back to just the beginning, very beginning of the season. First road trip, I believe, against the Orlando Magic, and shockingly, it involves De'Aaron Fox.
Ready now for the second one. Wastes absolutely no time, and he hits them both. It's 123-121, 11.7 to go. Inbounds to Monk. He's squeezed in the corner, and the Kings turn it over. Two-hand flush thrown down by Chuma Okeke, and a ball that skipped off their hands.
That was not Okeke.
Not Okeke with that.
The inbounds. Fox comes up the floor. 2 seconds. Here's a 35-footer for the win. He's got the bucket in an unbelievable finish in overtime. De'Aaron Fox from well over 30 feet straight away after the Kings had turned it over on a two-man squeeze in the corner. Okeke took the ball to the rim for the flush to tie the score. And then De'Aaron Fox, no timeouts available. And Fox in his return to action hits a game-winning buzzer-beating three.
Both of those, he just approached it like, I got this.
I got it.
Like, I remember the Bulls one thinking like, go. What are you doing? And then it's like, yeah, relax. I got it. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
It was a little Curry-esque.
Yeah, beautiful.
Great call by G-Man.
Yes.
This is how jacked up my head was at the beginning of the year, though, because that was so early and I was still in I hate the Kings. They were always going to lose mode. And I remember he hit the shot and I was like super excited about it. But I also at the same time was like, why'd they even have to hit that shot? You shouldn't be in that position against the Magic.
Yes.
You totally blew it.
Good teams don't do this.
Good teams don't do this. That's a fake highlight. You ended up doing what you should have done anyways, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then of course that wasn't the case. All right, we're doing this in no particular order. Another great moment from the year. We have a theme here. It's De'Aaron Fox. Listen, I don't think there's any doubt this is the best game of the year. I don't think there's any doubt this is the best game in the NBA last year. But is this the greatest moment?
Batum to Plumlee, knocked away. Fox with a steal. Fox now heads up the floor. 40 seconds to go. Everybody's on their feet here in Southern California. Fox off the dribble. He scores the 15-footer. The Kings have taken the lead. 36 seconds to go. It's 176, 175. De'Aaron Fox has 42 points with that hit.
Did he say 176 to 175? Is that real?
He said 176 to 175. And look, it's like boxing judges. Like, you shouldn't judge a round based on what's happened previously. It would be incredibly difficult, but you should not, in my opinion, whether or not that's the greatest moment of the year should not be judged based on the game. It should be judged on the moment, which I guess is part of the game.
Yeah, because sometimes I think there's a confusion. Like, there'll be a buzzer beater. What a game. You're like, the game wasn't very good. The moment was awesome. That game was so good from start to finish. Like, it doesn't really make sense that either team was going to lose.
No.
Because the Clippers were incredible, but someone had to lose, and thankfully it was them.
And I don't understand. Yeah,
like, Kawhi was out of this world. Monk and Fox were incredible. Awesome.
Finally, we have a highlight that is not De'Aaron Fox, the only one of our top four from the year. Most of you will remember this. This is against the Utah Jazz, involving a certain ginger friend of ours.
Fox into the front court, into the paint, pulls up, trying to tie it around a two-bouncer, no good. Kept alive by the Kings. Back to Fox, floater, way short, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Harrison Barnes. Swings to Herter, three on the way. He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. 30 points, a season high for Herter, and it's 9.2 seconds to go in the ball game.
Wasn't allergic to 30.
It's also a career high for Kevin Herter. His previous best came when he was playing for Atlanta in the 2019 campaign at Philly when he had 29.
It's got you choked up.
Wow. Here's the thing. This is one of those situations where I actually like the TV version better, and this has nothing to do with G-Man. Although Mark Jones did a fantastic job, but I think you certainly heard the pop, but I think the pop for some reason on TV is better. Let me see if I'm right or wrong.
Got a good screen from Sabonis from the elbow. Tipped up. Back out to Fox. Float game. Short. Loose again. Herter for the lead.
Man. By the way, when you go back and watch that, excuse me, I'm all choked up. Keegan Murray's swing pass to Kevin Herter is so underrated there. That's my favorite moment.
Okay.
The Clippers game is my favorite game. That is the loudest pop I've ever heard in that arena. And on top of that, this was December 30th of last year. It was a hell of a game. And the Kings went to 19-15. I believe that pop was about that play, but there was also a sense of, oh my God, are these guys for real?
Yeah.
We're now 4 games above 500 and going into the new year. I felt like there was a lot of weight coming off the shoulders, and that's the one I remember, though.
Okay.
So, yours?
None of those.
When we return. We will talk about Shohei Ohtani coming off the trade market and Jason Ross. This is a shocker. I thought you and I were both going to be Utah or the Clippers. We will play the audio of Jason Ross's favorite moment from last year. We'll do all that next on SactownSports.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Sunny skies today and temperatures that'll be warm, but not too hot. We're looking at daytime highs ranging in the mid to low 90s with a nice delta breeze to help cool things off by this evening. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Imagine taking a nice warm bath in your shower. Let us fix that. Right now, get that clogged drain unclogged for just $97. Bonnie, plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696355.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
If you want to hit the golf ball farther and straighter, the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers you the opportunity to experience the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA Tour professionals. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is an indoor facility that opens onto the driving range so you can see your all-important ball flight. With the advantages of cutting-edge technology and analyzing your ball flight, the Hagen Oaks professional staff will make you a better player. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue and Cap City Freeway, or call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. You know we don't welcome in new sponsors that often, and this one's a little bit different. You've heard of Roy's Umbrella. Roy's Umbrella has been on the station for many, many years, and today Roy is back. He's with me right now. We missed you, Roy. Welcome back to Sactown Sports.
My goodness, thank you. I wish it was under better circumstances, but it's always a pleasure to be taken seriously by folks such as yourself.
And over the next weeks, we'll talk about those circumstances and why people need to act and act quickly when it comes to the real estate market.
Definitely. There's been some obvious panic-prone adjustments from some of the big entities like Fannie Mae. So certainly worth discussing.
Well, welcome back. What's the phone number?
916-997-4434 or roysumbrella.com.
You remember that website, everybody, roysumbrella.com, and you tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Are you ready for the deal of a lifetime? This week only, get ready to rev up your savings at elkgrovekia.com. It's the biggest sale event of the year, and you won't want to miss it. The doors swing wide open every day at 9 a.m., and we're unleashing the biggest selection of pre-owned and brand new vehicles you've ever seen. With so many options to choose from, you are sure to find the car of your dreams. But hold on to your seatbelts, because here's the best part. Our prices are so low, we can't even air them. Yes, you heard that right. Our prices are slashed to the bone, and they're so incredible that we can't even broadcast them. You have to come down and see for yourself. Don't wait. This is a 1 week only event. And to make it even better, you can drive away with your dream car right on the spot. No waiting, no hassle, just instant delivery right on site. Remember, the sale of the year happens this week only at elkgrovekia.com. Doors open at 9 a.m. sharp. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Elk Grove Kia, where the biggest savings and the hottest wheels await.
Elk Grove Kia. Tears for Fears. Live in concert. The Tipping Point Tour Part 2. With special guest Cold War Kids. Tears for Fears. This Saturday at Toyota Amphitheatre. Get tickets now at livenation.com. For more, visit tearsforfears.com. Part of the Hard Rock Sacramento concert series. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it. And the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal. And swinging ball headed down, tied at 1. She did it. The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
Well, I was able to just let it go. I was able to hear the whole song, the entirety of the song, all of the song.
So what that was, David?
I heard you out there.
So what that was the intro bed just completely running out.
So all that's out there?
No, my mic wasn't on.
Okay, good. That's all I care about. I was in talking to Chris and
you were in there.
The other
guy. I
guy.
thought I heard you.
Yeah, I was in there talking to the other
that's
guy.
Jay.
But the thing, well, the first thing Chris, of course, says when I come in, oh, hey.
Is that what he said? Oh, hey.
Yeah. He made a crack about Matt Ryan.
By the way, you completely undersold that on Twitter. Shame on you.
What, that I mixed them up?
The way you mixed that one up, particularly.
I self-reported that I mixed up Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, but the way there's a lot more context. You did not provide the Twitter audience.
Did you want me to say something like,
I created a completely different story?
I created a whole story arc. And then Matt Ryan came in and went 11-5 when Jimmy tore his knee. Yeah, baby. 1-800-920-1140-916-339. The problem is with Chris, too, is he puts stuff in my head, and I don't have the filter, and then it's off to the races, and then I get a letter from somebody. All right. We have your.
Yes.
We have your. Oh, man, Jason.
Now you see it?
Yes. Yes, this is the best moment of the season. I don't even have to play it. I mean, I'm going to play it.
please do.
I'm not playing it. I'm not going to mention it. No, Jason's right. He's right. As usual.
You were there.
I was crying. This is the best moment of the year.
Dellavedova holding
Delly.
it. See if he tries to give it up to avoid being credited a turnover or not. He's just going to hold it. And the buzzer sounds to shot clock violation. So the Blazers will get the ball back. We have only 12.8 seconds remaining. And Kings fans, we can see them in all areas of the arena. A lot of purple on their feet, chanting, "Light the beam." Well, in a matter of 5 seconds, it will be lit in Sacramento. The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis, the Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage. It's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first-round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Yeah, that's it.
Woo!
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's so hard in a season that had so many moments. I mean, even hearing the Light the Beam chant, that's encompassed there, and it's on the road. It really was the totality of the year to have one moment, but it's like, that one ended the longest drought in sports at the time. And that's all what everybody was chasing. And then it was capped there. It would have been better if it was at home, but still was cool to be on the road with Kings fans there.
Yep.
And then in typical Kings fashion, the people that were waiting at the airport for them to come home, and just it was a great year. That first year that we said it during it, like, look, enjoy this, because this is the best. I mean, the best would be a championship, but there's gonna be a lot of stress on the road to a championship. This was almost like, we use the term house money all year. Like, everything about it was great.
Yep.
And the offshoots of getting coach of the year, an all rookie player, a rookie record broken by threes, 2 All-Stars, 2 All-NBA players. I mean, highlights everywhere.
Brings a tear to your eye.
Yes. And then to have a classic first round series with your rival, a new rival. That was a great year.
That's your moment. That's your moment of the year right there. There's no doubt about that. And honestly, I would say that night and then the following morning on this show, that's honestly my favorite 24 hours of this business. That was special. We had people calling in, crying, celebrating, and it would have been cool to be at home. It would have been, I think, better to be at home, but there was something special about
charm about on the road too.
The light, the beam, and all that.
Yeah.
We have a trade report from Chris Haynes. Breaking news.
When it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sactown Sports breaking news.
The Magic have agreed to trade Xavier Simpson to the Motor City Cruise for Reggie Perry, Devontae Kaycock, and a second-round pick. Sources tell Chris Haynes and TNT. The Osceola Magic of the G League have made this trade, and Chris Haynes is reporting it right now. Does this change your off-season rankings that we did earlier? It's huge.
Can we talk more about Matt Ryan?
I kind of wonder how slow it is. Chris is reporting.
You called for the breaking news on that?
That's what I'm saying. What Chris Haynes said. Chris Haynes tweeted out the breaking news, and even what the sources tell, I have him on. He's one of 3 guys I have on alerts. Chris is one of them. I mean, league-shaking news. I don't know that I've ever seen Chris Haynes report a G League trade. Well, Xavier Simpson is now a Motor City Cruiser.
Go.
I mean, still, though.
Fox into the front court, into the paint, pulls up, trying to tie it around. A 2-bouncer, no good. Kept alive by the Kings. Back to Fox, floater, way short, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Harrison Barnes. Swings to Herter, 3 on the way. He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. 30 points, a season high for Herter. And it's 9.2 seconds to go in the ball game. It's also a career high for Kevin Herter. His previous best came when he was playing for Atlanta in the 2019 campaign.
No, not afraid of 30 there.
Yep. Way to go.
Shohei Ohtani has been pulled off the trade market, according to sources, because the Angels are only 4 back in the wild card race. Just 4. And that is a wild card race.
Yeah.
That includes the Tampa Bay Rays. That is a wild card race. That includes the Astros, the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, and the Yankees, all a minimum of 1.5 games ahead of the Angels. And by the way, the Mariners just a half game back of the Angels right now at 4.5.
Yeah, a lot of competition for the Angels, and to take Shohei off the list, to get Lucas Giolito last night in a trade, if that's the start of a couple of moves for the Angels, I do think it's the right thing to attempt to do and their best chance to keep Shohei, but we'll see if it pays off.
What if Shohei Ohtani had a team meeting and said, bottom line, guys, is like Major League. Like, if we make the playoffs, I'm going to resign here.
Okay.
If we miss the playoffs, I'm leaving.
Then I'm all in and trying to get to the playoffs. Mike Trout, get healthy.
Right?
Yeah.
Get healthy.
Add players.
Get healthy, Mike Trout. Why is Mike Trout? Mike Trout's basically the Anthony Davis of baseball, right? Well, It'd be very interesting to look at percentage of regular season games played over the last 5 years for Anthony Davis versus Mike Trout, not counting COVID. I'll bet you it's similar.
Could be.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Jay should do the math during the break. And I know it's an injury thing. It's not an energy thing.
No.
Mike Trout, he certainly wants to play. And if it was an energy thing, he could just talk to our good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. They got you covered. Oh, let's talk about how they got you covered. Now, I've been telling you all week that they are hiring. Well, let's get back to also what American Energy Heating and Air does for you and what they got going on. They make shopping for a new air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. No, that's not where you go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and they spit out like Shakespeare. It's not that kind of quoting tool. They're going to give you an instant quote on a new HVAC system, help you determine what system you'll need. They'll provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home without somebody having to come to your home. Go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your needs are, fine, great, awesome, super wonderful. 916-520-9990. A-plus Better Business Bureau since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. Your complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. When we get back, who's hot? Who's not? And are we getting some more movement in the ridiculous college football alignments? Talk about it next.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
Here's the new Aaron Rodgers, or is it Mr. Rodgers?
And yeah, I would say maybe earlier in my career, I was a little more easily angered, and I feel like I'm a little less triggered as I've gotten older.
Good advice. So nice. This music is so perfect. Now we're just gonna be a little happy campers, you know? Yeah. We're gonna practice patience.
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
Your home is the place where you know your loved ones are secure. But the things that keep your home protected can't keep pests at bay. That's where RAID comes in. For 60 years, RAID scientists have worked to protect people around the world with trusted research, ingredients, testing standards, and product efficacy. RAID seeks to create a better future for all, especially the ones you love most. RAID, protection for all.
Attention home services contractors who want to grow their business with more leads while leveraging their marketing costs to receive over 10 times the value in advertising. Subcontractors United is offering 40 home services contractors from architects to landscapers to participate in our advertising co-op. For less than $2,100 per month, you'll share in over $83,000 a month in advertising. That's $1 million a year in advertising for under $2,100 a month. And because there's only 3 subcontractors per category, not 3,000, your lead potential is unlimited. Generate more leads than you ever thought possible. Be one of only 3 subcontractors in a category and receive $1 million a year in advertising by leveraging the power of a united group. That's subcontractorsunited.com or Google Subcontractors United for more information. But hurry, categories are filling up.
The story of the nurse and the foot pain that nearly brought him down.
I feel like I'm giving people their lives back.
Robert lived to take care of his patients, but he couldn't do it unless he took care of his foot pain.
I have plantar fasciitis. It'll almost put you on your knees. That's how much it hurts.
His own recovery started when he got fitted for arch supports at the Good Feet store.
Now that I'm pain free, I can make these people feel better.
Can't beat that. Stop by or schedule your free fitting at goodfeet.com. The universal truth of women's shoes. The cuter they are, the more they hurt.
You have to put your best foot forward, and if your best foot is an ugly shoe, oh my goodness.
Lise Ann thought she had to choose between looking good and feeling good until she got fitted for arch supports at the Good Feet store.
Now I can wear the shoes that I've picked out because I like the way they look, not because they were comfortable.
Good Feet relieved her pain and her fashion dilemma. Stop by or schedule your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Oh, guess what? Spencer Strider and his mustache.
Yes.
That's a great name.
The Brave starter last night had 10 strikeouts, which brought his season total to 199.
That's a lot.
Remember I was saying baseball has just like the weirdest streaks and stats?
I do.
Well, we're about to go down that territory.
Oh, boy.
That's the third most by a player under the age of 25 before August since the mound was moved to its current distance in 1893.
Wow.
He trails only Vida Blue, who had 219 in 1971, and Walter Johnson, who had 200 in 1912.
You know, Walter Johnson was good.
It was.
Hall of Good?
I'm going to go Hall of Fame. But yeah.
Like Joey Votto?
But I see the argument. Joseph Votto. We'll get to him in a second. Who's not?
The Angels.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
They made a trade last night for former All-Star Lucas Giolito and his 3.79 ERA. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because Angels starters not named Shohei Ohtani have amassed a 4.86 ERA this season, which would be the fifth worst in MLB.
Yeah, that's not great. This just in. Also, Lucas Giolito, athlete's name closest to an ice cream. Doesn't that sound like ice cream? Every time I hear Lucas Giolito, I think ice cream. That would be who's not, because it would be cold.
Sounds more like gelato than ice cream.
That's
Ken
what I'm saying.
Dreyer.
That's why. Ooh, Ken Dreyer. Is there a crystal? Like a Billy, but not. Yeah, it's got to be another. What about Donovan Bryers?
Is there a Ben Jerry?
Ben Jerry, Ben Ross.
All right, so we're good. We got who's hot, who's not.
That's done.
Or are we still going?
No, wait. I mean, we could try.
I have a clip for y'all. Speaking of baseball,
Baskin Robbins equivalent.
Have you seen this back and forth between Joey Votto and Chris Mad Dog Russo?
Yeah, I have.
It's just
not a treat.
It's just golden. Here is Mad Dog Russo interviewing Joseph Votto.
A couple of months ago, you said that Zach Greinke and I are Hall of very good ball players. I think Zach and I would agree. You may be right. But I get the gist of what's going on here. I know what you're doing. You're looking down on us, a couple small market Midwest ball players, just because we're not big city, just like you. Mr. New York City, Sirius XM radio star, Mr. National Television, ESPN star, with your Fifth Avenue ties and your crisp pocket squares, your tailored suits and your polished shoes, and your hair, your perfectly coiffed Broadway hair. Must be nice to sit atop that Madison Avenue ivory tower, looking down on us with those luscious locks. Not everyone can be the next Roger Peckinpah, Mad Dog. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a disgrace. A couple of months.
What did he yell?
Who knows?
I think that was a bleat. I don't think it was. That's just what. Every time I hear him, he sounds like a goat.
He was a mad dog.
Joey Votto is a national treasure. I'm here to tell you, and I don't know what he's going to do in his career after.
Cut wrestling promos, apparently.
Joey Votto is a damn national treasure. Here, by the way, more audio. Here's your guy, Mookie Betts.
I interviewed Mike Trout, right? And I asked him to give me his Mount Rushmore of outfielders currently. He mentioned you as the first guy that he would put on his Mount Rushmore. So I got to relay the question to you. If you could put 4 current outfielders in the Mount Rushmore, You can ask yourself because I told Mike you got to be in there. Who will be your 4?
I mean, there's so many good guys, but I would definitely say him for sure. Judge. I guess Bryce isn't really an outfielder anymore now. He's playing first base.
I mean, both of y'all kind of like go back and forth, but you can go Bryce. That's good.
I would definitely say Bryce is a part of that. You can argue myself. I would say probably that I'm sure there's some people I'm missing.
You can argue myself.
I think that the audio gives it a little more context because it sounds like Mookie kind of backed into himself. It was kind of suggested he put himself on there, and on top of that, almost like Bryce Harper was kind of like, well, yeah. I think if you gave him more time and he wasn't on the spot, I actually think Harper wouldn't be in there. I think in the end there would be no Bryce Harper, not in the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, well, he's been DHing. He played some first the other day, but yeah.
The news that Colorado might be moving back to the Big 12.
What's going on?
I don't know, dude. And I know this sounds dangerously like a segment, but I don't like what's going on with, and I'm not talking about the NIL deals and all that, but I kind of am. I'm on the side of the players. You should be paid, but I don't know if this is the way to do it. And now these conferences are just getting weirder and weirder. And I don't recognize college football.
Yeah. I mean, it used to
until they start playing.
Right. I mean, it used to be really clear, really easy to know who was in whose conference and so on and so forth. Now with all the movement and the sizes of the conference, even the names, like, hey, Big 10, there's like 18 teams in the Big 10 or whatever it is. And Big 12 has 8 teams, and now it's changing. It might even be for the better, but it's just, what's going to happen to the Pac-12? Is it just going to be 2 or 3 conferences? Who knows? A lot of juggling.
We only have 3 more Saturdays after this one.
It's coming.
Until college football does its top 25 debut, and it'll all kick off with Navy at Notre Dame, 11:30 a.m. Saturday. Oh, some third ones.
Yeah. Love college football.
I love college football.
Can we get you to Florida State this year?
We do have to look at some,
Wait, have we done the annual Jason Ross puts you and your dad on a vacation to hit all your favorite sports teams and spots?
Well, the problem is we don't have the Kings schedule yet. Wasn't the Kings schedule part of it?
I don't think that's the problem, actually. I think the problem is actually getting you to do it.
Well,
good point, Jay.
All right, if we look at the Florida State, we don't have to do all this now, but looking at the
I'm going to get it.
Looking at the Florida State schedule, let's see. There's home versus, that's actually LSU. I think is that in Jacksonville? Their home opener is against Southern Miss on the 9th of September. Then they play Virginia Tech at home October 7th, Syracuse October 14th, Duke October 21st. And then they have Miami and North Alabama at home on November 11th and 18th. Yeah, I don't know, man. Trying to think of that, ideally there'd be a way to combine that with a
Is Miami the best game at home? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. For sure. As a matter of fact, I mean, they got Clemson's on the road, Florida is on the road this year. Let me see. Are my Niners playing anywhere in that area this year? They will be at. Let's see. Hold on here. Uh-oh. Hold on.
There it is.
Oh, my God. There it is.
The 11th of November, you go to the Seminoles and the Hurricanes, and then the next day, the Jaguars.
That's it. They're at Jacksonville.
Yes.
The Niners.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's it.
On the same weekend as the Hurricanes. Maybe the Kings will be in Orlando, too, or something.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
There you go. We've set it up.
Hold on a second. That would be amazing. Super easy, right?
Yeah.
So what
sounded like too many numbers.
Yeah.
I thought so.
That was a misdial.
Yeah.
You called Matt Ryan.
I dialed 9 and then 1, right?
You don't have to dial 9 for the 4 millionth time.
I don't need the extra commentary. Okay, I don't
You asked for it.
Yeah. So you got yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And that's Miami.
Mm-hmm. And a 10 a.m. game or 1 your time?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Dad, you're on the air. Good morning. Sorry. I know you hate this, but I got a quick question. I know. Hey, listen, Dad. So I'm looking at with Jason Ross here. I'm looking at the schedule, and Florida State plays at home versus Miami Saturday, November 11th. And then Sunday, November 12th, they play at the 49ers play at Jacksonville versus the Jaguars.
Sounds like a great weekend.
What do you think? What do you think? We take a look at it. We fly to Miami. We watch FSU in Miami, and then we drive up to Jacksonville and watch the Niners and Jags the next day, and then fly back.
Couldn't this have waited till you were up here?
No, I need to know if you like that idea or not.
Yes, I like that idea or not.
Do you think, can you handle the travel, Dad? Are you okay? You fall asleep? You got the energy? What's up?
If my wings hold up, I can handle the trip.
See that? That's where I get the wit. All right, well, we'll talk more about that. Well, because I saw Lindsay sent me a picture yesterday of you sleeping in the doctor's office. So,
What?
Yeah, you and Mom were both conked out in the doctor's office waiting.
Oh, that's not. She's making up stories. That's not true.
I literally saw the picture, Dad.
The pictures can lie. That's not true.
Fake news.
There's something phony about it.
It was
anyway.
Okay.
Pleasure talking to you. Really, I love this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about that off air. I think we might have ourselves a Florida State trip.
I think we may have finally come up with one that appears to be worthwhile. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a nice. That may beat Wyoming.
I think it was Montana, Dad.
Or Montana.
All right. Well, eat well and exercise because November's a ways away. Okay.
I can't get out of the chair. Are you kidding?
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
There you go.
Right.
It's about my 5th year in a row of trying to get this. Maybe we're closer.
Now we are at least talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to do it or not, but we're at least talking
Probably
about
not.
it. I mean, we'll take a break. Hey, November. What's November?
Yeah.
When we come back, Niners at 9. Is Brock Purdy really QB1? Well, I think so. And Tim Kawakami backed it up in his article where he talked to Kyle Shanahan. We'll talk about that and more.
Coverage.
Nick Bosa right through the middle, throws down Matthew Stafford.
Nick Bosa is a rapper and wraps tight underneath.
Backwards pass to McCaffrey, and he's going to throw downfield wide open. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown! Christian McCaffrey can throw.
Catch every 49ers preseason game on Sactown Sports.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs.
How do your clients know that?
Because Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their interests first.
So wait, you do it because you have to?
No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. Our clients trust us with their retirement savings, and we know how important that responsibility is. So we take the time to really get to know them.
Get to know them how?
We make sure we understand their unique goals, finances, health, family, and lifestyle so we can tailor their portfolio to their specific needs. Our goal is to help them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Sounds like a big responsibility. You must make big commissions then, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We have one single transparent fee that's structured so we do better when our clients do better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you are switching to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here with Roy from Roy's Umbrella. What's going on today?
Thanks, Dave. And here's the latest market update and suggestion for homeowners who have credit card or installment debts they would like to consolidate. And considering the feds have not been predictable to this point, and TV shows are offering multiple opinions about the market either recovering or nearing a recession, I sincerely recommend you consolidate all of your credit cards and debts and hedge against home values dropping due to the increase in foreclosures. And while I absolutely understand nobody wants to refinance out of a low-rate mortgage, carrying a debt load above $25,000 is not the safest use of your equity. And it's getting more and more difficult to qualify for a cash-out refinance due to the updated Fannie Mae underwriting guidelines. So whether you use myself or a different lender, I am only here to help. And it's great to be back on Sactown Sports, helping folks like you, as I have done for so many years.
For more info, go to roysumbrella.com.
Get ready for a night with Cole Swindell. The 2023 ACM Song of the Year winner hits Heart Health Park at Cal Expo in Sacramento, Saturday, September 9th for the CITP2 Fest. And Cole's bringing some friends like Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, Matt Stell, and more. Tickets start at $40 at CITPfest.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it. And the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal. And swinging ball headed down, tied and won! She did it, Horan! The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. I know. Hey, Dad. And that is what happens. That is what it sounds like,
whether you're on air or not.
When my dad hears my voice.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. Hey. Go, one more time. Does it sound like my dad says shalom? Play it again.
No, I don't think so.
No, listen.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. My dad says shalom? I don't think so.
Hold on, one more time.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. There's a combo. I think it was a shalom.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
The growl is legit.
So angry to hear from you. Ruined his Thursday morning.
He's got a busy morning of sitting on the chair and watching. He's into these Korean subtitle romance shows on Netflix. I'm not making any part of that up. Apparently, there is a Korean romantic TV series with subtitles on Netflix that my sister turned him on to. My dad's like into this thing now. Sometimes you just gotta go with it. Tim Kawakami. You gotta stop, dude. Tim Kawakami talked to the coach of the Niners, Kyle Shanahan, and he was talking about Trey Lance and Sam Darnold and their chances of moving ahead of Brock Purdy in the QB room. And this was Kyle's quote. And I think we covered this earlier, but this is worth covering again. Trey and Sam, they have the ability to do that stuff. It's harder for them to do it in practice and then jump a guy we've seen do it in 7 games. That's the harder situation. But that's the situation I'm happy about, though. Now, maybe Purdy has a setback. Maybe he's rusty and stuff because of his injury. I don't know. I don't think he'll be. I think he'll get back to that point. And then these other guys can play too. Maybe he does get an injury and Sam or Trey get an opportunity just like Brock did last year. All of this could happen to each one of them. I know the way that we all would have drawn it up because of how we spent our draft picks, and that's the way it was going to go. But injuries happen. And when injuries happen, you don't really lose your job because of injury. You give opportunities to somebody else. And this is a guy who got his opportunity, came in and did stuff on film for me, for John, and for all our players that was as good as we've seen here. And he's going to be really hard to beat out. I think in that one comment to Tim Kawakami, I think Kyle Shanahan, unless he wins the Oscar for misdirection, right, I think he cleared everything up. Purdy's our guy.
Yep.
There's no question. He took the job from Lance. Sorry, Trey Lance. We were going to go with you. That's why we spent our draft capital, but you got injured. Yeah, you lost your job due to injury, but mainly because Purdy got the opportunity, and he did stuff that's as good as we've ever seen here. That's it.
Yeah, I think, and I'm fine with that, if that's the decision the organization is making. I think what then becomes very interesting to me is who's QB2. Right. Because I think as much as there may not be that much separation between 1, 2, and 3, well, there can't be much separation between 2 and 3. And I said this when they did it. I still think it's an asset to have those 3 guys, but maybe an unnecessary one. And I know the most recent example is to point to last year's NFC Championship game and go, well, what if they had Sam Darnold?
Right.
They might have been able to win that game. Or what if, Trey, whatever, a third quarterback basically that was really ready to go. I think that's partly why they added Brandon Allen. And I know people are rolling their eyes, but no, I think Brandon, he started in this league. He's capable. If you've got a ready-made team, does it make more sense pick whoever gets to be QB2 to move QB3 to a team of need? For something else, of a future asset, a current, hey, we're weak at this position, or we got an injury in camp here at backup guard, whatever, somewhere, someplace. I just think you have an asset that, yes, would be nice to have as a total insurance, but I don't think you're playing 3 QBs. And if you are, then you had some rotten luck again at quarterback position. But I just think you could potentially move that third quarterback.
I think it all depends on what you would be getting, whether it's for Darnold or for Lance. And I think Lance has far more trade value. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think potential oftentimes will unlock some value in a trade that a known commodity does. And by the way, Sam Darnold might be a better NFL quarterback than Trey Lance ever will be. We don't know that yet. But if first off, I have a real man, you think they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks?
No, that's why I think you could move one of them. And
then,
I mean, the other option is to cut Brandon Allen, I guess, and keep the other 3.
That's kind of where
I just think you could, if you get to 3, obviously 2 injuries happened. And then could, like I said, Lance or Darnold fetch you enough of a future draft picks, current player you might feel of need, another team that had high expectations, and then, our quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, I think if they can get something, like if somebody calls them up and says, hey, we want Trey Lance. Well, first off, I also think it's important to see what's going to happen in training camp.
Absolutely.
Because here's the thing.
I mean, you don't have to do this today.
Let me ask you this. If Trey Lance just craps the bed in training camp, if they know if if the Niners know that he's not even close to being the number one, and honestly, Sam Darnold has outplayed him. If you're the Niners, then do you seriously think about making him QB2, at least on the depth chart? Just if for no other reason to artificially
or to make people think he's thriving.
And then some quarterback goes down and maybe somebody comes in and, I think there might be some gamesmanship there at that point. But the other problem, the other thing is this: what if Trey Lance comes in and he's in preseason and he is just absolutely nails? Because look, you've got guys like Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk saying this kid looks different. This kid looks really, really changed from last year, and there's a lot of reports him working with Patrick Mahomes and with Patrick Mahomes' throwing coach that he looks a lot different. And to be honest with you, Trey Lance might be getting railroaded right now through nobody's fault, but he came in and his career consists of a washout in Chicago and getting broken against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but they seem to be comfortable enough with Brock Purdy. And I guess it is a good problem to have, although I will trade 3 quarterbacks that I hope can do well for 1 quarterback that's a super stud.
Yeah. At the moment. Now that one of them may develop into that, but at the moment they don't.
Maybe that's what they do. Maybe they go the other way. Maybe they see if they can't trade all 3 quarterbacks for like a super stud starter. I don't know. But it's to them. They're saying that's a good problem to have. But it sounds like Brock Purdy is your guy.
Yeah. I wonder who number 2 is for them. I think that's not even answered today.
No, I think that's the real question.
Yeah.
I think that's really I think the one is Purdy's to lose, obviously, but I think the big question is going to be who's 2 and who's 3. Mike Florio, according to Kevin Kruger, the reporter, said the vibe coming from the team is Sam Darnold is 2 and Lance is 3. And Chris Sims agreed with that. That was on Florio's show. Our very own Emil Fragoso on Twitter says this is 100% incorrect. Trey Lance got the lion's share of the first team reps day 1 over Sam Darnold and looked noticeably better throughout the day. The snaps will even out as Purdy makes his return, but frankly, and that return comes today, by the way, but frankly, Lance has been the more impressive of the 2 backups thus far. In fact, not that numbers matter in this case, but I think the only numbers I've seen on Sam Darnold so far is he went like 2 of 4.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what are you going to get out of that? So you can read more from Emil, who is out at training camp each and every day, taking the Amtrak Express and then writing for you at SactownSports.com. We are the home of the 49ers. Don't forget that this year we will carry each and every one of their games, and Emil is going to be your insider. The only criticism, and it's constructive, of Emil that bothers me here in his tweet is that he mentioned Trey Lance got the lion's share of the first team reps. But he said lion's share as one word, Lion share, one word. Isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's lion. And now again, who am I to correct anyone today? But isn't it lion's share?
That's what I thought, but I don't. That's 2 words.
Lion apostrophe S, new word share.
So like possessive of the lion.
Yeah, it's the lion because the lion gets
sense.
the biggest share.
Right.
I've never seen lion share, although kind of a cool name. Not gonna lie. Lion share. Let's see what Mitch thinks. Hello, Mitch.
Mitch just opened the door.
Is Mitch at a circus and is there a dog?
You guys got very good ears.
Thank you.
How about that? Stop ringing. I just rang the bell. Cell phone.
Yeah.
Wait. Hey. Can I put you on hold for 1 second? 2 seconds?
Me?
Was that bad? Yeah.
No, go
Was
ahead.
that bad?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
It's got a delivery.
Getting a delivery.
Where's he making one? Oh, he's making one.
It's fine.
Sorry about that. Thanks a lot. I told you guys. Well, you guys got great hearing.
Were you making a delivery or receiving a delivery?
I was making a delivery.
Yeah.
What do you deliver again, Mitch?
I'm in Robbinsville.
No, but what are you like a UPS driver or?
Oh, FedEx.
FedEx. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. FedEx. Memphis is proud.
She had me home. I'm almost 35 years. When I started making phone calls and doing all the paperwork, but it's been been an adventure. It's been fun.
Well, Mitch,
Thanks for
listen,
taking the call.
no, my
Yeah.
pleasure. I got to tell you, unfortunately, it's bad news for both of us. We were able to hold, because I did want to say hi to you as we do every day, but we're up against a commercial break. So we're going to have to talk to you tomorrow. So save that thought, and then we'll do a double call tomorrow, okay? Because now the time we had allotted to talk to you got taken up by your delivery, but we didn't want to be impolite and not hold for you.
Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Take care. All right, that's Mitch. When we come back, NFL quarterback news. Aaron Rodgers did what? And Frank Wright said, huh? And he said it about who? What? We'll tell you next. Sactown Sports.
It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa. Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. Golf to Go. Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Hey, what's going on? Talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
Right now, you can save up to $13,500 off MSRP when you lease a new 2023 Jeep Wrangler 4xe, with leases starting as low as $389 a month. With that kind of savings on one of the most popular plug-in hybrids in America, coupled with the money you'll save on gas, it's a win-win.
Oh, and those Jeeps are really nice.
They're pretty awesome, but that's not it. If you're looking for a truck, you have to check out the new 2023 Ram 1500, because right now you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP on new, limited, Laramie, and Bighorns.
Hey, you can buy in confidence with Hoblet's award-winning customer service and the Hoblet Peace of Mind Guarantee. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
$13,500 total net savings on select 2023 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4xEs after $11,000 factory rebates and $2,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $7,500 federal tax credit at time of purchase on leases only. $389 per month for 36-month lease on 2023 Wrangler Willys 4xE. $4,995 due at signing, plus tax, license fees, and any accessories. Lease offer on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. Mileage limited to $10,000 per year. 25 cents per mile will be charged for excess miles. 5% savings. Sample VIN 696708. $13,000 total net savings on new 2023 Ram 1500 Longhorns after $8,000 factory rebates and $5,000 dealer discounts. Rebates equals 10% of factory MSRP. 5% net savings.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
Well, we were just talking yesterday about Hip Hop Hooray and Naughty for Nature, as that brings us back. Sactown Sports, Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Jay Mars. Hey, is that the worst one?
Feel like this is where the bit might go wrong.
The sad thing is, I wonder I bet you there's more people than you think in my age group that still know every word to that song. Right? I'm not going to do it, obviously, but right now, could 100% read every word. Notice I didn't say perform.
And then when they're finished, they just go.
I wonder if that's what Aaron Rodgers sounded like on the inside when he was. And here you go. Here's $35 million of my money back.
Spend with it as you
Yeah, something feels like in his world, it's like birds chirping when he did that. Look how awesome I am. Look how much of a humanitarian I am.
Man, on what are those things that they carried the Pharaoh or those? Is that what a rickshaw is?
No.
They carried the. Oh no, that's the one where they wheel them from behind, right?
A rickshaw, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So whatever the platforms,
right? I got you.
And he just comes in and they're like throwing rose petals and stuff.
He's just throwing cash.
Down. Yeah, he's like, here you go. There's 35 million Washingtons. Right. In your
Find
face.
me a receiver.
Oh my God. Wouldn't it be super Aaron Rodgers if we find out later that he actually did give 35 million to Woody Johnson, but it was in pennies? That would be so Aaron Rodgers-y.
I think it'd be more Aaron Rodgers-y if it was in crypto.
Yeah, I was thinking Dogecoin.
I wonder what that would look like. I wonder what that would look like in ones. Pennies, obviously impossible. You'd probably fill like Empire State Building with $35 million in pennies, but I wonder what that would look like. Like that would literally like fill this whole table to the ceiling, right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably in ones, 35 million ones. If you had that money, quick question, then we'll move on to actual sports stuff. If you had $35 million, would you at any point, because I know Chris would give it away to all kinds of, charities and stuff, but would you guys at any point, honest question, hand to God,
We just spoke about the charity, actually, that he would give it to.
Oh, did you? I don't want to know, do
Nope.
I? Okay. Would you at any point get enough to fill a room in your house and just roll around naked in it?
No.
Or in a bathing suit?
No.
I'm not trying to be weird.
No, not that.
You would not Scrooge McDuck it once?
No.
Neither would I. Well, he's $35 million poorer, I guess you could say. I'm also not entirely buying this.
Mm-hmm.
There's something.
Yeah.
There's a different.
Like when we're talking about the guaranteed money and non-guaranteed, like I'm sure this is just painting him to look better.
This is a Bobby Bonilla type move or something where he's giving it back now, but he's going to get like $1 million a year for 70 years or some crap like that. But on the surface, he took a significant pay cut to make the Jets deal work and be able to go out and get more talent. And already Dalvin Cook out there visiting.
And we'll see if that's the kind of talent they're looking at. I mean, there's a lot of hype around the Jets. Plus, once Hard Knocks gets started, AFC is loaded. AFC East gets a lot of attention anyway. Big expectations for him.
There are big expectations, and that's Robert Saleh's crew now with and Breece Hall is still hurting a little bit, but it does say a week ago that coming off his knee injury, he reached 23 miles an hour while working out Thursday, according to Yahoo Sports.
Okay.
I don't even know how to quantify that. I've reached 23 miles an hour before, but on a bicycle, I don't think.
Or a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now if let's say they did work something out with Dalvin Cook, there is a lot of hype around Garrett Wilson. I just don't know if the Jets have, they have some quality players there. Sauce Gardner, Quinton Williams, a few others, DJ Reed. I don't know if the Jets are able to make the playoffs this year, for example, it just puts another hammer in the coffin of Aaron Rodgers as an all-time great.
Yeah, I mean, he's already there, but it just adds to the resume, I guess. But you think about the AFC, it's going to be difficult. The Bills appear to be the class of the division. That can change, but they appear to be. And when you've got other really quality teams with great quarterback play already, the wild card race will be difficult too. So, I mean, it's, the Dolphins made it last year with Tua, right? Didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
So they're that team in their own division. You always still have Bill Belichick and the Patriots that can never be taken lightly, and tough division.
Dare we say the AFC East has a very good chance, not a good chance, a very good chance of being the toughest division in football?
I think that one. I think the AFC North is pretty good.
Yep, every team was above 500 in the AFC North last year with the exception of the Cleveland Browns, who some people are thinking might be a quiet giant there. They were 7-10. Every team was, the Bills were 13-3, the Dolphins were 9-8, the Patriots were 8-9, the Jets 7-10. True or false? The Patriots will have the worst record in that division this year.
That might be true.
Yeah, I think it might be true too. I only hope it's true just to listen to Boston fans. I've already seen. I think I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I swear I saw our old friend Nick Cattles tweeting something like more questions should be being asked of Bill Belichick, and that rebuilding this is too long for a rebuild. I know it was something like that. For example, if the Patriots don't make the playoffs this year, you're legit going to see a lot of Boston fans saying, time's passed you by, Bill.
It was Brady, not Bill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And then you're going to get into a lot of think pieces about, Bill didn't do anything till Tom Brady got there. Remember Bill with the Browns? Bill screwing around the Jets.
Yeah.
Is Bill Belichick the biggest fraud in the history of the game? Those
are fun conversations.
They will 100% happen if the Pats miss the playoffs this year. But it's interesting. And then the Panthers starting quarterback, Bryce Young, that was announced by new coach Frank Reich.
They're just going for it. They're like, we drafted you. Let's go. Let's learn about you quickly.
I know we don't always get there these days in the NFL, but I still think that's 100% the way to go. The Peyton Manning, the Troy Aikman. That's where it worked.
I mean, that's what they're going to do, barring there's very few exceptions to that now.
If you have a situation where you have a Brett Favre, an Aaron Rodgers, a Joe Montana, whatever it is, if you have a situation where a guy just sits behind the super awesome Hall of Famer, I understand that. But if you're a crap team and you have a choice between putting your bonus baby up there and, Brian Hoyer, you're wasting time.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting. We'll take a break. When we come back, if necessary, we will go streaking.
Yes, we will.
And there are a couple streaks going, as a matter of fact, myself included. And then what to watch tonight, we'll do that next.
The NFL season is right around the corner, and Sactown Sports is your new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Intercepted and coming back the other way. Talanoa Hufanga. Touchdown! San Francisco!
The big bad wolf!
Catch every 49ers game this season on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Sunny skies today and temperatures that'll be warm, but not too hot. We're looking at daytime highs ranging in the mid to low 90s with a nice delta breeze to help cool things off by this evening. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we see every Honda buyer as a member of the family, so we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we would buy from ourselves. See our selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street. Right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wells Fargo gives you access to direct deposit funds up to 2 days early.
Plus, if you look at the X and Y axis.
What if everything came 2 days early? Like the weekend.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise.
You can't get everything early, but when it comes to direct deposits, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/get early to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Not all direct deposits are eligible. Early availability is not guaranteed and may vary between deposits from the same payer. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs, but the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more, and you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
Hello, Sacramento. Doug Christie here, and I have something to share. Recently, I asked myself to determine the one most indispensable thing I use to do my job, the one I couldn't do without. The winner, forget the phone, which I live on, and the video editor, which makes my life understandable. The winner was the Good Feet 3-step arch support system. Yes, the one I tell you about each week keeps me going comfortably supported, pain relieved, and vital. So it strikes me that if Good Feet is the most important go-to tool to relieve pain or just keep me going, shouldn't you give it a try? I think so. Come to the Good Feet store today for a free, no obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk. Experience the comfort, balance, and support of the Good Feet 3-step arch support system. Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, even in a tough year for the A's, there are still some good baseball stories, including the one of former Oklahoma quarterback Cody Thomas. His career was on hold last year as he missed 4 months because of Achilles surgery. At the time of his call-up this year, he was leading the Coast League in RBIs, and the comeback was completed when on the last homestand he drilled a ball to right field for his first Major League home run. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 6 straight losses, the Giants needed a couple of wins to stay in the hunt for the National League West crown, and the Oakland A's proved to be the elixir for the orange and black.
Swing and a pop-up. First baseman Wade trots in a few steps onto the grass. He's got it, and the Giants make it 2 in a row over the Athletics, and they gain ground, moving ahead of Arizona into sole possession of second place by a game.
The U.S. women's soccer team was down 1-0 to the Netherlands before this Lindsey Horan goal.
And swinging ball headed down, tied and one. She did it, Horan.
The game finished in a 1-1 draw with the U.S. women's team taking on Portugal next, while the Netherlands will take on Vietnam to decide who wins Group E in the Women's World Cup. In 49ers news, head coach Kyle Shanahan says Brandon Ayuk is obsessed with football. You can read more about Brandon Ayuk and his potential breakout year right now at SactownSports.com. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
For all you lip readers on YouTube.
I don't know. Chris just came in here laughing.
Yeah.
It's warranted.
It was. Welcome back, Dave, Jason, Jay. Looking ahead to tomorrow, it's Friday.
It is. I look at it.
Really, nothing else you need to promote there. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday fun and games. Yeehaw. Always fun, and even more fun, no offense to Jay, with Jason Ross is here, and we're at full strength. Hello, Jay.
It's a lot of offense to Jay.
I would take offense, Jay.
No, no, you did a great job.
Good job, good effort.
In fact, I even took, the thing that you did all that prep for last week's Friday Fun and Games. It's on the fridge downstairs.
No, it's
with
not.
A magnet.
Isn't it on the inside the fridge?
Right, yeah, we still haven't solved the mystery earlier of the bratwurst on top of a flat tortilla on the directly on the plastic of the fridge. Speaking of refrigerators, as we get to Let's Go Streaking, congratulations to me. As yesterday,
grow up. This isn't about you.
Is that Katie?
Yeah.
Was that towards me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. I, on my own, with absolutely zero help, I changed the water filter in my refrigerator. Yeah, honestly. I am the man of the house, and I do manly things. You had to twist it clockwise, pull it out, and then twist it counterclockwise, pull it out, push it back in, twist it clockwise, and you are done. No leakage. None. Shut up, Chris. Let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking. All right. Jay Mars, Jason Ross.
All right, Dave.
Yeah.
You're on your own streak. You were looking to get a hit. You hadn't had a hit in a couple days.
Oh, 2 to be exact.
You had a really bold pick, and I liked the pick.
I did.
And nearly was rewarded with the Giants' top prospect brought up yesterday, Mr. Luciano. Went deep to right.
Oh, first at bat just
after a huge ovation from the home crowd.
Yep.
Ball was caught. There was one more plate appearance, right?
He was 0 for 2.
0 for 2.
Yeah.
So no hit.
No hit. No hit. Is it time to give up on Marco Luciano?
Ooh, you suck.
There's no streak. It's not a streak. It's actually going. Streak is continuing. Zero is not a streak.
Well, it's still 0.
I'll tell you what. I can make a prediction right now. I promise you will come true. He will match his hit count today.
I agree.
100%.
Yep.
Giants are off.
I was sitting at 0 as well.
Yeah.
And I went with my streak starter, Ellie De La Cruz of the Cincinnati Reds.
Ellie De La Cruz.
He did get a hit. So I'm at 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Can't get to 11 without 1.
I'm happy. It's going. It's going. Now it's going.
But we got to keep our eye on that Jay Mars in there.
Uh-oh.
Because he was at 4. If he got a hit yesterday, Dave, he would be halfway to the record. which is 10. He went with, he just can't get away from these Dodgers or former Dodgers. He went with Cody Bellinger, currently the Cubs.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger, luckiest hitter in baseball this year.
MVP, Mr. Codes.
Yeah.
Got J.I.
Yeah,
he did. Danger.
He's halfway there.
He's at 5.
Living on a prayer.
So 0, 1, and 5, but a clean slate, but a very, very slim choices today with just Angels and Tigers playing a doubleheader, Nationals and Mets, Cubs and Cards,
and of course,
and the Guardians and White Sox.
If you pick somebody in the doubleheader, you get both, right?
Game 1.
Oh,
nice try.
All right.
Game 1. You can pick from everybody in the league. Why don't you pick your man crush, Shohei?
That's where I'm going. I'm just wondering, do I have the option of picking him in game 2, but not game 1?
That's game 1 is the first game of the day.
He's going to be so tired, though. He's pitching.
I thought he was this Marvel.
All right, what about this? If I pick Shohei...
Aaron Judge would get a hit while he's pitching.
Great point, Jay.
If I pick Shohei in game 1 because he's pitching, but they only pitch him and don't hit him, and then he gets a hit in game 2, that's a hit. Does that count? Okay. Shohei Ohtani. Shohei! As Cuba Gooding Jr. said, Shohei Ohtani!
He did say that. What movie was that in?
Jerry Maguire.
Yep. Okay. You know what else they said in that movie?
What?
It's about the Quan. Remember the Quan?
The Quan.
Yeah. And that is my pick, Stephen Quan. From the Cleveland Guardians, leadoff hitter.
Stephen Quan.
Trying to get to 2 for me. J. Mars, very important pick. Trying to get to 6.
I'm also going to go to that Guardians White Sox game. Not actually go because I couldn't get there in time. Going to go with Jose Ramirez.
Okay. I think you could get there in time.
Really?
Yeah.
They call him Jose Ramirez. Will he get J to 6? Don't know. I know. All right. What? Both the Giants and A's are off.
What are they going to do today?
Video games. Giants need to just chill and sleep at their houses and do nothing today because they're playing a ton of games in August. They had that long road trip.
The makeup game.
Yeah, the makeup game in Detroit. I know they've been home.
Yeah.
For 2 games.
Emotional series, last 2 games.
Very emotional series.
They're trying to win that trophy.
They heard their fans saying sell the team and they were confused.
Yep.
Also, do you think this is also a mentally taxing time because of the trade deadline coming up?
Yes.
Like guys are just kind of on call all that, like phone rings and you look at the caller ID and it's, this is a stadium number. Could this be it? Or my agent.
Right.
Or Farhan.
Who I assume would be there. Yeah. Have the stadium number. Or maybe he's just calling us.
Oh, really? You think they call there's a stadium line they call, can you patch me through to Farhan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happens.
415-766 Giants shows up on your caller ID.
Yeah, it's too many numbers again.
How would that work in real life? What if we've talked about this before. What if there's a radio trading deadline or whomever's listening, whatever job you have, there's a trade deadline at your work and at any moment, at any year, you know what? Jason has been really good for
trading Mitch
for a long time. Yeah. Oh no, that's a caller. Yeah. No, I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
You've been really good long time. Just a big part of 1140 culture, but also contract issues. Yeah. And there's the Frankie, young up and comer. They need
too as a Yankee fan.
Yes, he is, and you can only have so many Yankee fans in the building.
So you're going to Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're sitting here, you got your wife, your kid, your family, all that. You have your house, you take your bike rides, you see our boss, all this stuff, and now you can get a call tomorrow, and you're going to KMOX in St. Louis, and you have no control over it. And then you got to do your outgoing presser.
Yeah,
it's been great here. Sorry, I won't be able to do those Kings games anymore.
Do I get a return video?
When you come back on the trip?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%. You absolutely would get a tribute video or a tribute audio. We do a whole clip, all the greatest calls. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Featured prominently. There'd be a goodbye dinner.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd throw a pool party on a rooftop for you. Yes.
Okay.
Or then they do Jay and a DJ to be named later for cash considerations. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you got traded and all of a sudden the number one guy in the evenings came over here, I hate to see you go, but oh my God, look who's coming.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be traded. You're to Albuquerque, Dave.
No. at all. Although, again, both of us, contracts, age, it could happen anytime.
Good point.
Pike on the Pike 916 on the chat says 5 minutes standing ovation for you if you came back.
Oh,
yeah,
Pike.
Yeah, Pike's and also they would protest the trade. So
okay,
yeah. So, anyways, Giants and A's off today. A's at Rockies Friday. Giants host the Red Sox also on Friday, which means there will be a lot of Boston Caps in the building. They travel well. Angels Tigers doubleheader featuring Shohei Ohtani and Tungsten Arm O'Doyle today from the Tigers side. So look out for that. That's it. That's what we got to watch today. I know. I'm not blaming you. You didn't do this.
Other World Cup action somewhere?
Probably
1 week from the Hall of Fame game.
You know what to watch this weekend? There's a great UFC, a really good UFC Saturday night. And there's also a huge, arguably the biggest boxing match we've had in 5 years going on at the same time. How did somebody not talk to somebody, man? Let's all help each other out.
It's called competition.
Usually they work it out, but I guess not in this case. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll cross-talk with Whitey Watkins. We'll do celebrity birthdays and wrap up the show right after this on Sactown Sports.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
Twitter's pretty solid.
I just feel like
if you leave it alone.
Why can't there just be an app for sports specifically? All the Discord takes. How about that?
As for the Takes app, Chris Watkins just got a slap in the face of reality here. How's it going?
It already exists.
What?
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
Hey there, it's Carmichael Dave for my friends at American Energy Heat and Air, a great local company I've been telling you about it for a long time that prides themselves with everything they do, which is a big reason why they've had an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. And check this out. They're now hiring technicians that could be you. Looking for a new job? Guess what? They'll train you. They'll coach you. They offer great pay and health benefits, retirement, 401k, even paid leave. Man, if this radio gig doesn't work out, my goodness. They're also offering a sign-on bonus for experienced technicians. So, hey, listen, if you're looking for a change, you're looking for a new job, what an opportunity for a really great gig. Call American Energy if you're interested. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, and tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
At Elk Grove Honda, we see every Honda buyer as a member of the family, so we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we would buy from ourselves. At Elk Grove Honda, we include many benefits that a private seller just can't match. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection, and our certified pre-owned Hondas are under 5 years old, so you know you're getting the newest Hondas in prime condition. See our exceptional selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Get ready for a night with Cole Swindell. 2023 ACM Song of the Year winner hits Heart Health Park at Cal Expo in Sacramento, Saturday, September 9th for the CITP2 Fest. And Cole's bringing some friends like Chris Chanson, Dylan Scott, Matt Stell, and more. Tickets start at $40 at CITPFest.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
How far do you hit your 7-iron? The answers will tell you which tees to play, according to Josh Sens in Golf Magazine. Deep down, you know you shouldn't be playing from the tips, but it's common for golfers to play from too far back. Aside from higher scores, rounds become a grind, and golf becomes much less fun. After several years of research, the USGA unveiled a new data-driven offering to find the proper tees called Best Tees. If you know how far you hit your 7-iron, Best Tees will tell you which tee boxes to play. A typical male golfer should be playing from 6,100 yards and a typical female golfer from 4,400 yards. Most players have a good idea of their 7-iron distance, with average male's distance of 138 yards and average female's of 100 yards. Throw out the occasional perfect shot, which travels more than those distances, and concentrate on your average. This will allow you to reach the vicinity of most greens in regulation and let you hit a variety of clubs on approach shots. Leave your ego at home and give it a chance. You'll have more fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Let's go, everybody. By the way, shout out to Colette Kavanaugh. This is a true story. Found me on Instagram and thanked me for helping to promote her book when we had that conversation about it last week.
See the book I got?
Chasing Dreams, the true story of the youngest female Tevis Cup champion.
No idea. I got sent this book the other day.
You know what? Good for you. And good, and more importantly, good for her.
Yeah.
You know, she was the youngest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's what they say.
Records are made to be broken, but enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Chris Watkins, did you have a favorite moment from the King season this year? We were going over this earlier. Is there anything that pops into your head?
Clippers game.
That was on our list. I said the Herder Utah 3. I know you were splitting between here and
we
there.
already did this. Yeah, we the Beamies. We already
started. Well, then, so it should be easy for you.
What was it? Moment of the year?
Yeah.
Moment of the year? Yeah, Herder won the Beamie.
Herder for Utah.
I'm not going to disrespect the voting audience.
Well, here's what's funny. Then Jason Ross, his was not in our top 4. And then so we took a break, came back, and Jason's favorite moment, it ended up changing all of our minds.
Mike Brown.
It was Gary Gerald's final call from Portland.
Oh,
and
Portland
I can't argue that.
I can.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah,
I had no
It
argument.
broke the sport's longest streak.
It was a great call, fantastic call.
It was a culmination
but at
of
that
many
point,
moments.
Yeah.
at that point, it was kind of already sealed in. That specific moment didn't really hit for me. I mean,
Wow.
at that point, it was kind
People
of already
were crying up there.
People were crying allegedly.
Like little
Clipper
little
game was just a win.
pussies. What? Yeah.
Clipper game was
It's just a basketball team. Jeez.
God, right? That's kind of pathetic individual with.
Tomorrow on Carmichael Dave Show, fantasy or fact. That'll be great.
Oh, what did you have yesterday? It was like truth or garbage or something. What was it? And I almost said something to you, and I didn't because I didn't want to be mean. No, you guys had a segment yesterday.
Called Factor Fantasy.
Factor Fantasy.
Factor Fantasy.
What he just said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you had.
Yeah.
Yep. Every day.
Shut up, Chris.
Every single day.
Did you also hear that Captain Crunch has been a fraud all these years?
I heard you guys.
He's had 3 bars, which is a Commander Crunch. He's also been seen with 2 and 1. They're now changing it to 4, which is truly Captain.
Oh no! Watch out for the soggies.
Today's National Creme Brulee Day. Around the
creme
room. Okay, a big fan. You?
I don't know if I've ever had it.
Rick's Dessert Diner
Maybe I have.
downtown.
I've never had creme brulee either.
Gotta grab it.
What's
It's so
I
good.
like the creme. I can't stand the brulee.
Yeah, what is the brulee?
It's like a vanilla.
It's
the pitch for the White Sox,
It's
right?
like an elevated pudding.
All good.
And then it's but the best part is it's got this like sugar topping that is
What's that
flamed.
term? They
Just like
Yeah,
Yes,
It's like a
they
it's like a custard.
and custard is
Is it custard?
correct. And
Yeah.
then you it's hard, so you got to crack it, and you eat the crunchy sugar topping
It's
with the.
amazing.
You know what? Let's bring
It's amazing.
Is that even something you could do here? I think
What?
you could.
Bring
Right?
it in?
Yeah. Well, if you had, I have a blowtorch at home. If you had, I do. If
course
you
you do.
If you had a creme brulee or just a bowl. And you put there's a salesperson gesticulating wildly outside.
Which one?
All of
one
us.
of them.
Yep.
You have a bowl with the brulee in it, the custard, and then the sugar, and then you just flame it up in front of them.
Yeah.
You could. You know what?
Banana
They sell it
saucer.
to go. They sell it to go as well.
Jay, I'll make you a deal. Your responsibility is to text or call me this afternoon and remind me. And I will bring in. All I need is the pudding, the bowl, and some sugar. I'll bring it in tomorrow for Friday Funny Games.
All he needs is the entire ingredient.
I don't think anybody said they liked it that much.
They didn't know. You don't like the brulee? I love creme brulee, dude.
I love it.
I will
Big
eat.
time.
I
Yeah.
will eat a buttload of creme brulee.
Ew. I no longer like
Not
it.
out of there.
Today's National New
I'll
Jersey
just take mine
Day.
in a bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shout out to Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch from New
Shout out
Jersey.
Mitch.
Yeah. FedEx man.
Yeah.
Put us on hold today.
They did.
He was delivering a package.
Good for you, Mitch.
Today's National Scotch Day. It's a special day in our household.
I like scotch. It goes down to my belly.
You much of a drinker?
No.
No, right? The same here. Oh, also, my dad still has the beers.
Oh, okay.
The beers with you and me, and
Yeah.
we did what was it, about 12 years ago?
Many beers
Longer?
ago.
We went to
Sure.
a now probably defunct brewery downtown. That was
It was doing it fine until we.
right. And then they actually let us make our own beer.
Yes.
What was yours?
It was a cheese beer.
Because of Uncle Milty, the old
Yeah,
bit there.
smoked
Yeah.
cheese beer.
Yeah. And mine had
Was it a cheeseburger?
No, it wasn't.
Today's National Intern Day. What are those?
What are those?
I don't know.
Yeah. Geez.
Once upon a time.
I was an intern.
National Chili Dog Day. No, not that. The actual chili dog. What are you guys fans of chili dogs?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Huge fan. Nah.
I don't really have them often.
But if they had chili at the arena to go with the dogs that they serve.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Favorite form of hot dog? If you could pick any one. Mine's a Seattle dog. What's yours?
Brat.
A brat?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think we answered the question about downstairs.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody has a naked brat on an open tortilla directly on the shelf of the fridge.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Just sitting there since Monday, apparently.
It looks like he thought it was a turd.
I did.
But it's a brat.
Yeah. I don't
Who's
like mine
doing
that way.
this? Yeah. And finally, today is National Refreshment Day. Enjoy yourself a refreshment. Yeah. You ever have agua fresca before?
How about a fresca?
Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Birthdays are meant to be spent. That rhymes with family and friends. And you know what? Nothing brings family and friends together better than Crumble Cookies.
Have a crumble. They're so good. Your taste buds wish you would.
That was kind of scary. There's a new Exorcist coming out. I told Jason that. Have you seen the preview? New Exorcist, like modern day. Not a remake, but
I saw that.
You see that?
That looks very scary.
It does.
Is that the one with Russell Crowe?
Yes.
Is Russell Crowe in it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just looking at the girl. There's 2 girls that are possessed now. And it's not great.
And twins.
Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies.
Happy birthday to Triple H.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Hogan Henry? Hogan Harris.
Hulk Hogan Heroes. He is 54.
I think he's 58.
I think he's 60.
Jeez. I think Trips is 52.
Trips. We have a correct answer. 54.
Yes!
Carmichael Dave.
Love Triple H.
Yeah, big fan.
Big fan. I'll have all the shirts and everything.
Happy birthday to Alex Rodriguez.
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
He is a congressman from Louisiana.
Yeah.
That was my Anthony Edwards imitation. Come on.
That was sorry. Yeah, my bad. Creme brulee though.
Oh boy.
I would say Alex Rodriguez is 46.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I'll say 45.
I think Alex is 48.
I was going to say 47.
45, 46, 47, 48. We have a correct answer.
Better.
Let me guess. It's Jay with 48.
Your guess is correct. It's Jay Mars, 48.
That's right.
He knew that.
Happy birthday to...
I could tell because he was like, I think it's 48.
Did you see what he said on the K-Rod thing Sunday?
Nobody did.
The audio, you got to check it out.
It's
like you're punching a little person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you're punching a little person. And of
Just
course,
like
if he's asked, he's going to be like, no, I'm not like a person that's little. What are you talking about? It's like, Alex, have you ever punched a little person?
Why do I weirdly feel like he has?
I 100% know he's at a party and
Yes.
he's punched a little person at said
I
party.
think he would have swung and missed.
Hey.
Wow.
All right. Happy birthday to Maya Rudolph.
Chris, what do you think?
That's a really good one.
62. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
What is the 62?
I'll say Maya Rudolph is 40. We'll say 46.
That's a good guess. I'll say 48.
49.
And you're going 62?
Yeah.
Wow.
51. Happy birthday.
Oh, that's Jay Morris. Hey, congratulations.
Jordan Spieth.
37.
I think Jordan's 31.
33.
I feel like he's young. I'll say 30.
We have a correct answer. The correct answer is 30.
Yeah,
Chris
he's a
Watkins.
young 30.
Good job.
See how I did this? Was
The point.
Yeah, I was like
I
a
saw you
swaggy
did
P
that.
turning around.
Yeah.
I have
Celebrate.
age dyslexia. I always think people are older than they are.
Nah.
Happy birthday to
You
Max
don't see age.
Scherzer.
Max Scherzer.
Yes.
That was the bill. Max Scherzer is... Max Scherzer's 40.
39.
36.
Max Scherzer.
37, 30.
Remember,
I'll say 38.
We have a correct answer.
Yeah.
It's 39, Jay Mars.
Wow.
How about that?
Or Maxie Priest.
Yes.
Yeah, he had a hit.
It did.
Back to you.
Okay. Happy birthday to former NBAer. I think he was a lottery pick, Jordan Hill.
Oh, yeah, from the Knicks in the Tyreek Evans draft.
Wasn't he drafted by the Lakers?
No, he played for the Lakers.
33.
How old's Jason Thompson? I think they were the same
I
draft.
think Jordan Hill's 34.
He just had a birthday. I think it's 37 or 38. Jason Thompson.
I feel like you're trying to throw me off.
No.
Is 32 available?
It's available.
I would like that, please.
32, 36. 32, 34, 36. We have a correct answer. He is 36.
Yeah.
He could still be playing.
Good. I don't know why he's not.
Definitely.
It always trips me out when like NBA players who haven't played in a long time. You're like, well, how old are they? Oh, he's 32.
Yeah. The last one, Damari Carroll, still playing.
Hawks legend, Damari Carroll.
Jay?
Damari is, congratulations, 35.
I'll say 36. Mine was 35.
I'll say 34.
37.
We have a correct answer. 34, 35, 36, 37. The correct answer is 37. Whitey Gleason.
Needed one.
It's a big way to finish.
Wow, I needed that.
Damari Hive.
He's ready to go into the show now.
Big Damari Hive.
Can you name the 5 Hawks that were voted co-players of the week in 2014?
Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paul Millsap.
Yeah.
Al Horford.
Yep.
Yeah.
Teague.
Yep.
Cheryl Teague. What's his name? Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague.
Fantastic
Jeff Teague
story.
finding a second career as a podcaster. He's
So
really
good.
It
entertaining.
was either
So
Damari
good.
Carroll or Thabo Cephalosha. I think it was
Damari Carroll.
Yeah.
Damari Carroll.
Yeah.
Look at us on all of our Hawks knowledge.
Chris, did you
Should've been
see?
Herder.
Did you see Jeff Teague talking about the time PJ Tucker went after Lance Stevenson yesterday? Look it up.
I saw him talking about Chris Paul the other day.
Yeah,
I'm sure he said nice things.
He's got a
Very nice
lot
things.
of really good stories.
He does.
Yeah.
What's coming up on the show today? 4 for Madness.
Our series of Bold Kings predictions continues today. Yeah.
What's yours?
Well, I'm going to save it.
Oh,
My what was yesterday? Let's see. Yes, well, we both agree. Sasha, I got Sasha starting 50 games. Chris says he's
I had
going
Sasha
to
first.
all rookie.
Yeah, all rookie first.
Wow.
Not necessarily
Yesterday I
first
said-
team, but
Yesterday I said they're going to be better this year, but they're not going to win as many games.
Starting
I
50.
said their
Wow.
offense is going to be better than it was last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
These are bold.
They're bold. They're bold.
all right.
And you're going to do it again?
We're going to do
We're
it
just
daily.
getting warmed up.
Wow,
Doing
the
it daily.
boldest. All right.
Yeah.
Well, all of that and
Bold
more
and
coming
beautiful.
up. Whitey Watkins for Jay, for Jason, myself. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye. Oh,
The Kings are running it back.